county10.com.
Gamble's Furniture and Appliances in Lander offers unmatched value and an unbeatable selection. We're committed to bringing you the top name brand furniture, mattresses, and appliances at low prices. Want your purchase delivered and installed? Need your old items hauled away? Gamble's is a low-pressure, full-service, locally owned store that can find you the best deal on exactly what you're looking for. Stop in today and browse the show floor for the hottest trends in home furnishings and more. Gamble's, turn around, shop in town, 420 Main Street in Lander.
I have barely left my house since my neighborhood got a foot of snow this weekend. Dog walks, grocery runs, that's it. But while everyone likes to stay cozy in the cold weather, there can be unforeseen consequences to that. For one, hospitals are running out of blood. This week, the American Red Cross has put out an urgent call for blood donations after hundreds of blood drives were disrupted due to weather.
So that was more than 400 blood drives that were impacted, and the extreme weather is predicted to only worsen in the coming weeks.
Dr. Courtney Lawrence, the group's divisional chief medical officer, said that a relatively severe flu season this year means demand is up.
A flu season with the highest activity that we've seen in nearly 2 decades.
And here's some news you can use. The Red Cross says this is now urgent enough where they're giving donors $20 gift cards as a thank you. Now, that might not sound like a ton, but that's the highest level of incentive they offer, which speaks to a long-standing debate. What incentives should we be offering people for their blood? Blood transfusions have been happening for centuries. As recently as the 1970s, it was not uncommon to give your blood for cash. But in 1978, the FDA instituted a new rule. They did not ban payments for blood. In fact, it is still technically legal to this day. But they did specify that every bag of donated blood in this country has to be labeled either paid or volunteer. It turns out hospitals overwhelmingly want blood from unpaid volunteers. There's a few reasons for that. First and foremost is safety. Think about it. When you go to a blood drive and you're asked to disclose your medical history or what kind of diseases you might have, you answer truthfully, right? Like, why would you lie with something so high stakes? Well, now imagine if you had money on the line. You might be more inclined to fib about sexual activity or intravenous drug use. Secondly, and I did not know this, the Red Cross says unpaid volunteers are actually much more reliable. If you're a hospital, you don't just want blood, you want a steady supply of blood. You want to know what you'll be working with in a given month. In countries where most blood donations rely on cash incentives, there can be dramatic swings based on what people are going through at a given time. Now, all of this might have you wondering, what if I get a gift card? Like, does that make me a paid donor? The answer is no. Under federal law, these gift cards have to be clearly marked. They cannot be redeemable for cash in any way. Bottom line, this is probably the best deal you are going to see. So if you want to get $20 worth of stuff from your favorite merchant of choice and feel good about yourself, get to a blood drive sometime in the next month.
Lander's connection to the community, 1330 KOVE.
Wyoming Catholic College is a unique institution that offers an immersion into Western tradition, the beauty and challenges of the wilderness, and the treasures of the Catholic spiritual heritage. Our mission is to provide a unique educational experience that nurtures the body, mind, and spirit. We are proud of our alumni success stories and the learning opportunities we offer through our academic outreach program. Come and explore our campus in Lander, Wyoming.
Hey, Fremont County, listen up. This is your game changer. Health Source of Riverton with Dr. Jonathan Fabian, the only certified chiropractic sports physician in the area. For a limited time, student athletes get a $10 new patient special. That includes a full initial evaluation, needed x-rays, and a doctor-prescribed pain relief session. Just mention this ad when you call. Stay in the game with expert care from Health Source of Riverton. Call 463-2770 and tell them you heard about the $10 student athlete special.
From the first whistle to the final buzzer, teamwork makes all the difference on the field and in real estate. At ReMax All-Star Realtors, we're proud to cheer on our local athletes and our community. Just like your favorite team, we know it takes dedication, strategy, and a winning attitude to reach your goals. Whether you're buying, selling, or finding your forever home, the ReMax team is here to help you score big. ReMax All-Star Realtors, proud sponsors of Fremont County sports, and even prouder to serve you. Visit ReMaxRiverton.com or call 307-856-7827 to get started on your real estate journey. ReMax All-Star Realtors, let's make your next move a winning one.
When every detail matters, for the modern outdoorsman, there's Maven Outdoor Company. Maven crafts award-winning precision optics, binoculars, rifle scopes, and spotting scopes that deliver world-class performance, direct to you with no middleman markup. Born from mountain town roots, built with the best materials and clean design, Maven brings clarity to every outdoor moment. Discover uncompromised quality and value. Go find your view at mavenbuilt.com.
Welcome to Haskell Furniture and Flooring in Riverton. Discover a huge variety of top brands like Ashley, Tempur-Pedic, Serta, Lazy Boy, and more. Our showroom is filled with stylish and comfortable furniture for every room. Come visit us at 2210 North Federal and transform your home today. Explore the exceptional quality and unbeatable prices we offer. Visit HaskellFurnitureandFlooring.com to learn more. Haskell Furniture and Flooring. Best prices, better service.
At Wind River Physical Therapy, we believe your recovery is unique. Our highly trained therapists create personalized treatment plans working one-on-one to help you heal. Whether you're recovering from surgery, managing back pain, or need balance training, we're committed to your journey back to an active lifestyle. Experience the difference of individualized care at windrivertherapy.com.
Let's take a moment to breathe. Deep inhale. Extend your spine. Remain focused on what you're doing. If safe to do so, exhale slowly, leaning to one side. Inhale back to center. If safe to do so, exhale slowly to the opposite side. Find mental health resources at loveyourmindtoday.org. This message is brought to you by the Huntsman Mental Health Institute and the Ad Council.
Northside Body Shop in Lander is proud to support sports and student athletes this season. Northside Body Shop is a staple in the Lander community and is primarily engaged in auto body, paint, and interior repair and maintenance. If you hit a deer or have a vehicle accident, Northside will get your repairs handled and accept all forms of insurance. Javi and the crew got you covered. At Northside Body Shop, 323 North 2nd Street, Lander.
Looking for comfort and convenience in Riverton? Discover the Hampton Inn and Suites, where your perfect stay awaits. Enjoy cozy rooms, a sparkling indoor pool, and a delicious hot breakfast every morning. With free Wi-Fi and friendly service, it's everything you need for a relaxing stay. The Hampton Inn and Suites is proud to support Riverton's athletics program and be part of the Riverton High School Booster Club. Wishing all student athletes the best this coming season and looking forward to celebrating your success. So whether you're in town for business or cheering on your favorite team, make Hampton Inn and Suites your home away from home.
And a very good Friday evening to you. Welcome to Pinedale High School. Jerrad Anderson with you, where we're set for a doubleheader of 3A West High School basketball this evening. And frankly, a couple of the marquee games anywhere in the state, especially the game we're going to watch first. This is going to have a lot of eyeballs on it, a lot of curiosity, with Lander taking on Pinedale. Glad you're with us. This is the Porter's Tailgate Show, made possible by Porter's Supply Company in Riverton. They're at the corner of North Federal and Sunset. They are your home for stoves, for spas, for pellets, and more. Everything to keep your home warm and cozy this time of year. Proud to support the Lander Tigers, too. That is Porter's Supply Company in Riverton. Well, this girls' game features two of the 3A state championship contenders. I think if you ask just about everybody, certainly there will be more teams that emerge that are trying to upset somebody, but there are three teams right now that look poised for a good chance to win a 3A girls' championship. That's the Cody Phillies, the number one ranked team, and these two teams, Pinedale and Lander, who will go head-to-head here in just about 10 minutes. These two teams have already met once this season. This is the second of three matchups. In Lander, during a tournament, Lander girls would knock off Pinedale 52-42. That was Pinedale's only loss this season. Since then, they have not lost. They're 12-1. They're 2-0 in 3A West play. Lander girls doing pretty darn good, too. They're 12-2, 2-0 in the conference. Despite that head-to-head Lander win, WyoPreps voters have Pinedale just slightly higher in the WyoPreps.com coaches and media rankings, but based on this weekend, we could see some changing there, or maybe things remain status quo. I don't know. We'll see. But this Pinedale girls basketball program has built quite the tradition over the last few years. They do have a new head coach this year. Jeremy LeBeau takes over. He was an assistant under Trent Bauer for the last 3 seasons. He's been with the school districts here at Pinedale for a long time. But it was Coach Bowers that qualified for the state tournament the last couple of years. His daughter, Elin Bowers, one of the all-time greats here at Pinedale High School, the all-time girls basketball leading scorer. And she's playing at Eastern Washington University as a freshman, by the way, if you're curious. She's absolutely crushing it. She's putting up big numbers at Eastern Washington. So this is going to be an interesting one. Glad you're with us. Again, I'm Jerrad Anderson, in for Scott Fuller here doing Lander Tiger basketball. Glad to have you here. You can watch via the County 10 YouTube channel. If you click that comment section on the right side, let us know where you're watching from, who you're rooting for. We can interact with you throughout the entire broadcast, and of course radio coverage all around Lander on 1330 AM KOVE. Got a lot going on and a lot to look forward to tonight. Couple of 3A West Friday night basketball games straight ahead. The Porter's Tailgate Show continues in just a couple of minutes right here on KOVE 1330 AM, streaming video on the County 10 YouTube channel.
Baldwin Creek Rental Service in Lander is a proud supporter of sports and athletics here in Fremont County. Baldwin Creek Rental Center understands how expensive specific equipment can be, especially if it's for a one-time use or event. That's why they offer tools and equipment rentals. For many years, Baldwin Creek has provided services to clients in Lander and the surrounding areas. From lawn and garden projects to graduation parties, they have the right equipment for you. Baldwin Creek Rental Center, located at 675 Baldwin Creek Road in Lander.
Discover personalized banking at Central Bank and Trust. We offer personal and business banking tailored to your needs. Enjoy the convenience of our online banking platform, whether managing accounts, applying for mortgages, or going paperless. With branches across Fremont County, we provide drive-through and lobby services. Experience simpler applications for mortgages and loans, all from your computer or mobile device. Connect with us at centralbanktrust.com.
Elevate Rehab proudly sponsors our local student athletes and their families in Fremont County. We are honored to play a key role in our Tiger athletes' success both on and off the field, and always partner one-on-one from your first visit to your last to coach you to victory. From sports injuries, aches and pains, to recovery from surgery or concussion, trust Elevate's specialized crew to dive into your goals, sprint with you to the finish line, and help elevate you to the top of the podium. Check us out at our Lander Main Street location or visit our webpage online. Go Tigers!
At Eyes on Fremont, we know that good vision is about more than just seeing clearly. That's why we're dedicated to providing expert eye care for the whole family. From children's exams to contacts, LASIK to glaucoma treatment, we're here to help. We accept most insurance plans, and our experienced team will make sure you feel right at home. Schedule an appointment today at 111 South Broadway in Riverton, or give us a call at 307-856-9000. Visit WyomingEyes.net to learn more.
Welcome you back here to Wrangler Gymnasium, just around the corner from Pinedale High School. KOVE 1330 AM and the County 10 YouTube channel as the Porter's Tailgate Show continues on. This is just about the best girls basketball game. It may be the best girls basketball game in the state the entire weekend. Maybe the best game the entire weekend, frankly, on paper. Number 2 versus number 3. As Pinedale and Lander get set to meet for the second of 3 regular season matchups. Of course, you think, well, you could meet again in regionals. It'll be in Lovell this March, and it could meet again at the state tournament, perhaps. These two teams are certainly that good that you might expect to see them in a winner's bracket, maybe a semifinal kind of game, but we'll see when we get to that point. Certainly don't want to prognosticate too far ahead, but we'll see what happens here in matchup number 2. Again, the first matchup was at a tournament in Lander on December 12th, where the Lander girls won. They will meet again at LVHS in February. You look at these two teams on paper, too, and they are so ridiculously even stat-wise. it's one of those things where if Vegas insiders were taking a look at this game, they would go, it's probably a push. Maybe you throw Pinedale a point because they're at home, but it's so close. Points per game, Pinedale averaging 54.5, Lander 54.3. That's about as close as you can get. Opponent points per game, Pinedale gives up 33 points per game, Lander giving up 38 right now. Both of these teams winning games comfortably too. Pinedale's winning by an average of 21 points per game. Lander's winning by an average of 16 points per game. Both teams shoot extremely well from the field. Pinedale shooting 42% from the field this year. Lander shooting 41% from the field this year. Defensively, Lander allowing opponents to shoot 34%. Pinedale just 29% with some aggressive defense. Free throw percentage right about even. Pinedale shooting 56% from the charity stripe. Lander 55%. Pinedale gets 29 rebounds a game. Lander gets 28. It's so close on virtually every stat category. Pinedale averages 11 assists a game. Lander averages 12 assists per game. So it's this is going to be fun, no doubt, and a game that I think a lot of basketball fans have had circled on their calendar for a little while, at least since that December 12th game, to see how this shakes out again. And Lander losing to Cody earlier. Pinedale's only loss so far is to Lander. They have not met Cody yet, so those three are right now your favorites to compete for a 3A Girls Championship. We'll take one more break here on the Porter's Tailgate Show. We'll get the starting lineups, the opening tip. It's on the way in a minute on KOVE, 1330 AM, streaming video coverage on the County 10 YouTube channel.
This is ReMax All-Star Realtors. We're a professional real estate agency where your success is our priority. Whether you're looking to buy, sell, or invest, we're here to guide you every step of the way. With unmatched professionalism and a track record of delivering results, we're your trusted partners in real estate. Your success is our top priority. Find your perfect property with ReMax All-Star Realtors. Contact us at 307-856-7827 or visit ReMaxRiverton.com.
Coach you to victory. From sports injuries, aches and pains, to recovery from surgery or concussion, trust Elevate's specialized crew to dive into your goals, sprint with you to the finish line, and help elevate you to the top of the podium. Check us out at our Lander Main Street location or visit our webpage online. Go Tigers!
I'm Winslow Friday, Director of the Wind River Intertribal Council Department of Transportation. It makes me and my crew happy when you buckle up. It just might save your life.
I'm gonna get us home. Buckle up for life, Wyoming!
Discover personalized banking at Central Bank and Trust. We offer personal and business banking tailored to your needs. Enjoy the convenience of our online banking platform, whether managing accounts, applying for mortgages, or going paperless. With branches across Fremont County, we provide drive-through and lobby services. Experience simpler applications for mortgages and loans, all from your computer or mobile device. Connect with us at centralbanktrust.com.
Star Spangled Banner plays in front of a packed Wrangler gym here at Pinedale High School. Glad to welcome you back. Thanks again to Porter Supply Company in Riverton making our tailgate show possible. Our first ever trombone national anthem, at least for me this year. I don't know if Scott's had a trombonist or not, but that was pretty cool, and it's going to be a fun atmosphere here for girls and boys basketball tonight from Pinedale High School. Let's take a look at the starting lineups here as we're just about ready for hoops. We start with the Pinedale Wranglers. Mentioned Jeremy LeBeau is their new head coach in his first year, has his team 12-1 on the young season. They start like this. Number 5 is Alexis White. White, a senior, averaging 12 points per game. Number 13 is Taven Odom. Odom, a sophomore. She averages 5.2 points per contest. Number 22 is Claire Thornoff. Thornoff, a senior, 4.5 points per game. Number 33 is Erica Wilson. Wilson averaging 18.8 points per game. She's the team's leading scorer. Wilson is a senior. For the Lander Tigers, they're under the direction of Drew Powell. Drew in his third year, 12-2 overall. They start like this. 0 is Daisy Goklish. Goklish, a junior. She averages 13.5 points per game. Number 5 is Brianna Lincoln. Lincoln is averaging 11.3 points per game. Brianna is a senior. Number 23 is Paisley Hollingshead. Hollingshead, a junior. She's averaging 7.1 points per game. Number 32 is Hayden Goggles. Goggles is a senior. She's averaging 10 points per game. And number 34 is Dagan Reinhardt. Reinhardt, a senior, averaging 6.5 points per contest. Well, just about ready for basketball here. A spirited atmosphere. The Pinedale High School marching band going to play on. I'll apologize on our YouTube channel for this far shot on this basket. Hopefully you're able to see that. All right, making do with what we've got here in the very corner of the gym where they took one look at me and they said this guy belongs out of sight. Alexis White in the jump center circle opposite Paisley Hollingshead. Paisley wins easily, and Lander starts with the first possession. Daisy Goklish holding on the right wing. Goklish going to use a screen, gets free of her defender, up with the left hand off glass. Can't get it to go, though. Rolls in and out. And the rebound tracked down by Odom. Here comes Pinedale with their first possession of the ball game. Odom finds Wilson. Here comes Pinedale's leading scorer on a dribble drive to the hoop. That's no good. And a rebound foul on the Wranglers. First foul of the game comes 27 seconds into it. And I believe they get Macy Antonio. And it is on the sophomore. Hayden Goggles will work it up the floor for the Tigers. And back to Goklish. Daisy surveying a man-to-man defense. Goklish stop in the paint, or just outside of the paint. Now to Hollingshead, back to Daisy. Daisy, right wing 3, that's no good. Clangs off long. Hollingshead, though, soars in for the long rebound. Now to Lincoln, corner 3, that's no good. A third chance here for Lander, following the paint. No good, kicked out of there, ball on the floor. So is a Pinedale player in a tie-up. The Pinedale player kind of looking back at her coach, Jeremy LeBeau, saying, do I get a timeout? And Coach LeBeau said, not a minute and 1 second in. Let's take the arrow. Pinedale gets the first possession arrow. Wilson slowly walks it up the floor, met by Goklish at midcourt. She's going to let a 3 go. That's no good. Hard off the back of the rim, but kept alive by Odom. Pinedale going to get a second look at it, and a foul on the Tigers on the floor. Second Lander foul of the game. It's going to go against Hayden Goggles. So Goggles 1. Actually, that's the first Tiger team foul. Both teams with 1 foul. Brianna Lincoln almost with a steal. Goes to the floor, but saved by Macy Antonio. Was the Antonio foul I get tripped up on for Pinedale. Both teams with 1 apiece. Lander opens in a 2-3 zone defensively, by the way. 3 at the top, off the mark from Alexis White. Lander tracks down the board, and here they are on the run. Brianna Lincoln Left side, way outside, now to a cutting Goklish. Goklish is stripped as she goes up and is going to get charged with a foul, too. She knocked a player over. And it is on Daisy Goklish, her first, colliding with a defender in the paint. Two-2-1 full court press on here by Lander, handled nicely by the Wranglers. Done a pretty good job against that so far. 2 minutes old, nobody has scored though. Both teams getting plenty of shots up, just nothing will go down. Odom goes top of the key to Thornoff. Claire back to Odom. Odom right down the lane. Big jump stop dish off to Alexis White. Good penetration. White has the first points of the game. 2-0 Pinedale on the Fremont Chevrolet scoreboard. There's a great pass to Hayden Goggles in deep. Hayden Goggles gets free, and it's 2-2 quickly. 2.5 minutes old from Wrangler Gym. A trap right in the coffin corner. Brianna Lincoln, Paisley Hollingshead, and falling down, throwing it off of a defender was Erica Wilson. Good heads-up play by Erica will give her team a second chance. Odom close to a travel, not quite though, and now Antonio will travel. Lander basketball, length of the floor to go. 5:11 remaining first quarter on that Fremont Chevrolet scoreboard. It's 2-2. Hollingshead at the top. Now Goggles back to Paisley. Hayden cutting through the paint to Paisley. Open three at the top. No good. Nearly banked it in. Long rebound. Going to come all the way out to Goklish. Goklish go baseline. Step around a defender. Can't get it to go. Tipped around the baseline and grabbed by Odom. Now, had a moment where we traded buckets, but it's been tough sledding on the offensive front. And now Pinedale's going to throw it away on their baseline. So it'll go right back to the Lady Tigers. Goggles holds up a fist, calls out the play. Swings it left side, outside. Now underneath to Dagan Reinhardt. Contested two, got it to go. Dagan's first point with 4:20 remaining first quarter. Pinedale basketball. Three from the left wing. That's no good. Bounces off long. Alexis White couldn't hit that shot. Saved by a teammate, though. Thornoff. Wranglers get a second chance. We are midway through the first quarter. It's just 4-2 Lander on that Fremont Chevy scoreboard. Both teams still feeling each other out here, missing a lot of shots, but no shortage in putting them up. Just low field goal percentage so far. Lander committing the third team foul. It's Dagan Reinhardt's first personal on the floor. Pinedale sends it up top. Thornoff on the dribble. Now Wilson on the left wing. Lander in that 2-3 matchup zone. White travels at the angle. Riverton going to get it back. So far, uncharacteristic on both teams' fronts. These are two very good teams. There might be a little bit of nerves. Might just be some good defensive pressure, too, all the way around the floor with both of these squads. It's going to go off of the foot of Goklish. She does a great job of saving it before it goes over half court and keeps it alive for her team. Goggles down the lane. Now give to Lincoln. Lincoln stop at the free throw line. Got a Lander player shaken up right at the free throw line. That's Hayden Goggles, who's going to come off limping. She will walk off under her own power. Couldn't tell if she likely took a shot right there. There was a lot of traffic and collapsed at the free throw line. Official saw it, stopped play. Off of the inbound, Hollingshead for two. Paisley Hollingshead puts Lander up 6-2 on the Fremont Chevy scoreboard. Coach LeBeau barking out some instructions, helping his team figure out this full court pressure. Three at the top, no good. Way too strong for Claire Thornoff, and Dagan Reinhardt Has it for Lander. Snap it to the left corner. 3 is not going to draw anything for Lander. Baseball pass ahead of the pack. Gathering, catching, scoring for Pinedale is Thornoff. Claire Thornoff finished the playoff. Three right corner. That's no good for Lander again. That's Alicia Oldman. Alicia coming up empty from the right side. Ball ricochets out of bounds, and it belongs to the Wranglers. Lander again with this 2-2-1 pressure. Wranglers handle nicely. Now set up their half-court offense. Here comes White down the lane. Double team, but puts up a tough shot from 8. Can't get it to go, and Lander the rebound. Lander in transition with numbers. Left-hand layup is not there for Oldman. Saving it, Hollingshead along the baseline, and out of bounds off of a Pinedale hand last. So Lander will get the chance to regroup. Liesel Edelman. Nope, Maddie Arnich coming in here for Lander. Dagan Reinhardt will get the first break of the game. The pass underneath. Brianna Lincoln shouts out Oldman. Gives her a point all the way down the floor after the bucket's made, and the ball goes into the Tiger bench on an errant Pinedale pass. 1:40 to go, first quarter. Lander basketball. They're up by 4. 8-4. The advantage over Pinedale. It was a nice pass from Alicia, and Brianna Lincoln made sure to point her teammate out down the court. Arnich on the move. Now 3 from the left side is missed by Goklish. Fight for the rebound, saved by Lincoln. Now up top to Oldman. She'll try a 3. That's no good. Rebound goes all the way out in backcourt. It was off of a Pinedale player last, but Lander going to have to go all the way into their backcourt to come grab it. Goklish uses a screen at the top, goes right past 2 defenders, nobody on her. Daisy Goklish, the distance, left-hand layup is good. Lander up by 6 inside of a minute to go, first quarter now. Here's White backing in from the elbow, spinning, scooping, cannot get the ball to stay in the hoop though. Was down, popped out, rebound foul goes on Antonio. That's Pinedale team foul number 3, and it's Lander basketball. Say hello to Chuck cheering on the Tigers from Orange County, California, cheering on Alicia, Daisy, and Noah. We'll see Noah St. Clair in the boys' game, of course. Thank you for being here, Chuck. Hope all is well in the OC. 30 seconds remaining, first quarter. Lander up by 6 with the basketball. A lot of motion as they play catch around the arc. Now Goggles back on the floor on the dribble drive. She's double teamed, is trapped over there in the corner, and travels with it as I struggle to see around the Pinedale students who are now standing, but a traveling violation. Good aggressive defense by a couple of Pinedale Wranglers. Say hello to Tyson, who's got a lot to say on the County 10 YouTube channel, including an emoji of a shoe. Thank you, Tyson. Shot missed by Pinedale. They'll get the offensive rebound. Alexis White can't get the follow to go, and we've reached the end of one quarter. After one, it's Lander 10, Pinedale 4. Come on back for the second quarter with us on KOVE, 1330 AM, streaming video coverage on the County 10 YouTube channel.
Wyoming Catholic College is a unique institution that offers an immersion into Western tradition, the beauty and challenges of the wilderness, and the treasures of the Catholic spiritual heritage. Our mission is to provide a unique educational experience that nurtures the body, mind, and spirit. We are proud of our alumni success stories and the learning opportunities we offer through our academic outreach program. Come and explore our campus in Lander, Wyoming.
Men have a way of doing things. A man has his way of eating, of exercising, of keeping his hands warm, and of straightening up. So, when a man faces a serious life problem like divorce, depression, or suicidal thoughts, shouldn't a man have a way to deal with that too? Well, now he does. I'm Dr. Rich Mahogany. Visit me at mantherapy.org.
Second quarter just about to begin here from Wrangler Gym, Pinedale High School. One of my favorite 3A venues that I've been to. I get a lot to cross off, and hopefully I'll get the chance to go see some new ones. Mountain View still at the top of that list with the old school dome, but I do like this facility. It's detached from the high school itself. Lander up 10-4 here. They've got the basketball to start. They put up 2 shots in the paint, unable to hit both of them. Alicia Oldman got a rebound, but her follow was no good. And a rebound foul is on Hollingshead, they'll say. No goggles. You know, Paisley's not even on the floor, so that wouldn't have made any sense. The official showing the finger signs to the other side of the court. And 32, not 23. Backwards over here. White uses screen. She'll stop for a long 2. That's no good. Oldman gets the rebound. Looks to push the tempo. 5-on-5 all the way back down. Lander pushes up and in. Dish it off to Maddie Arnich, who found the basket from the left side. Apologize for the leggy camera. 7:13 to go second quarter. It's 12-4. Tigers in front of the Wranglers. Pinedale shooting struggles continue. And again, if you're just tuning in, Lander is the only team that Pinedale has lost to this season. They are 12-1. Second-rated 3A team in the YO Preps Coaches and Media Poll. Backing in on the baseline. White couldn't get the first one to go. Hustles for her own rebound, and the follow not there, but she draws contact, so Alexis will shoot some free throws. Maddie Arnich picks up her first personal. Alexis, a 57% free thrower on the season, can't hit the first. These Pinedale shooting struggles continue. Still relatively young in this game. Played a minute 6 here in the second quarter. Does hit the second one, makes it 12-5 on the Fremont Chevrolet scoreboard. That's going to go off of the fingertips of Goklish and into the Pinedale bench. Ball out of bounds. Winced. Username Winced checking in on the YouTube chat, says Mountain View is a top-tier gym. It really is. I love the feel of that old school dome. It's quirky and unique, and it is loud when they get rocking in there. There's Wilson straight to the basket, up and in. Pinedale starting to feel a little bit better offensively and figure some things out in their half-court sets. It looks like Pinedale's also switched to a 2-3 zone. They did open in a man-to-man defensively. Lander circles around the perimeter. Goklish going to let a 3 fly. That's no good. Well over the basket. Reinhardt has it. Pass it underneath, intended for Lincoln. She's pushed in the back first, though. First Wrangler fouls on the floor. I crossed off going to Lyman for the first time. And, of course, Bob Carey Memorial Fieldhouse in Lander is a great gym, too. Grew up watching a ton of games there. Reinhardt in the paint, can't get it to go. Don't mean to overlook it, just thinking about opposing venues. We'll go to Worland next week. Lander will be there next Friday. Wilson uses screen at the top. Now looking in the corner, open for three from the left side, and good. Claire Thornoff buries the three. It's a 2-point game. All of a sudden, 12-10. Lander in front, but a 6-0 run here for the Wranglers to start the second quarter. Underneath, Reinhardt backing in and getting the shot off the glass. Did a good job of carving out some space down low. And Dagan Reinhardt ends the Pinedale run. Ball intercepted by Hollingshead as soon as they cross half court. Lincoln, right corner three. She's fouled. She's going to go to the line 3 times. Brianna gets knocked to the floor. Erica Wilson picks up her first personal foul. And Brianna is going to get real comfortable here at the free throw line, shooting 3 times. First one is good. She's just a 42% free throw shooter on the season, but coming into the week, she'd only shot 12 times, so not a very good sample size there for the Lander Valley senior. Second one for Brianna around the rim and out. And the third one hits the back of the rim, stays out. Goklish soars in for the rebound. No, can't get it to go. The first time gets another rebound, puts it up and in, and she's fouled. Daisy Goklish with the hustle play. Erica Wilson picks up the foul again, so that's number 2 on her real quick. Mountain View students making a whole lot of noise. Lets it go. Too strong. No good. And the rebound by a Pinedale newcomer. That's Tehana White. White, a sophomore, into the game for the first time there during the free throw, looked like. Wilson at the top has Daisy on her defensively. Circles around and surveys the floor. Gets past a defender. Gets free. A little off balance. Can't get her shot to fall as she goes up with it. And it's out of bounds to the Tigers. Goklish up the floor for Lander. Now underneath to Hollingshead, back to Daisy. Daisy circles around, give it to a teammate for 3. That was Oldman. Her 3 no good. Rebound kept alive by the Tigers, though. Hollingshead from just beyond the right block, no good. A third Tiger rebound. Reinhardt can't get it, but she's fouled. Lander cleaning up on the offensive glass this quarter. Second personal foul on Tehana White. First one for Dagan is good. Again, if you're watching on our YouTube channel, I sincerely apologize. I've got no other spot to go. This long shot down the court will have people in front of us. Second free throw, no good. Lander keeps it alive to Reinhardt, who banks in a 3 at the top. Dagan Reinhardt ends up with 4 points on that swing. I'm sure she didn't mean to bank it in, but you know what? It doesn't matter as long as it finds the bottom of the net. Here's White the other way for 3. No good. Goklish has the Lander rebound. Lander a long down court pass. Big collision down there, and it's off of Lander out of bounds. Luckily, Paisley Hollingshead is going to be fine. She got knocked hard to the floor. They're going to reverse directions and actually come in and say this is Pinedale basketball. Coach LeBeau does not look happy at that change of direction. Down the court, Hollingshead can't get a scooping shot from the left side to go. Rebound tracked down by Wilson. Wilson blows past one defender. Big jump stop through the lane, off the window. 2 is good, and that'll get the Pinedale students up and cheering. Timeout taken by Coach LeBeau, just a 30. 3:38 to go in the first half. Lander out in front of Pinedale, 21-12. Third-rated Tigers taking on the second-rated Wranglers in the marquee game, as far as I'm concerned, for 3A girls basketball of the entire week. Of course, these two teams met on December 12th. Lander won by 10 at a Lander tournament. That was Pinedale's only loss. They will play again in February at LVHS. And just a hunch, but I bet there's some kind of postseason matchup. Maybe two. You got regionals in Lovell. Could see them there. And then it just feels like this is, and I'm prognosticating, I know I shouldn't probably do this and look this far ahead, but this feels like a state championship semifinal matchup, the way these two teams are playing. Goklish to the rim and taking a charge is Alexis White. She was planted down low the entire way, expecting contact. Nice job, Alexis. One of the senior leaders. We talked about Elin Bowers, the all-time leading scorer for Pinedale. She is no longer on the team after graduating last year. She moved to Washington State. She's playing at Eastern Washington University and just crushing it as a freshman there. She's fun to watch. White, baseline dribble drive, that's no good. Lander had it for a second, but stripped away by Odom. Odom, bounce pass across the paint to White for two more. 21-14, it's a 7-point Tiger advantage. Beg your pardon, a 6-point Tiger advantage at 21-15. Hollingshead sent it to the left corner. Three, that's no good. Air ball chance as Edelman's shot doesn't find anything. Rebound tracked down by Wilson as we close in on 2.5 remaining in the second quarter. Pinedale on a little bit of a run here. Thornoff. Now Wilson, she spots up from the left wing. That's too strong, no good. Rebound is Oldman's. Alicia will handle the basketball up the floor for the Tigers, trying to find Hollingshead, who does a nice job adjusting under the basket. Right back to Oldman, two in the paint. That's no good. Rebound muscled away by Antonio. Both teams coming up empty on that last exchange. 2 minutes to go in the half now. Thornoff will force up a tough three, and that drops in there. It's a one-possession game, 21-18. Wranglers on a run here in the second quarter. Reinhardt holds it up top, cross-court pass to Lincoln. She loses it, bounces it off her foot there, it looked like, and it's out of bounds. Lander goes to Worland and Lovell next week. Bodied up and fouled on the floor. Okay. All right. I thought I was going crazy. The scoreboard added one for Pinedale when I said it was a 7-point game, then a 6-point game. Now they've subtracted that point, so I'm going to take it back off. I've got what the scoreboard shows officially, so it is on the scoreboard here, 21-17. I wondered where that extra point came from, and maybe I was wrong, maybe I missed it, but they're going to talk this over at the score desk, and now they're going to add it back. So, third time, I'm going to change the score. Sorry for missing that. Must have been obviously on a free throw, I would think. White at the angle, working on a Reinhardt. Floater from the right side, no good. Dagan's got the rebound, and she's fouled. That's going to be the 5th team foul, so we'll walk to the other end here, I think, and get bonus free throws. The officials will catch that now, and Dagan Reinhardt will go to the line. A senior, a 59% free throw shooter on the season. A lot of senior leadership for these Tigers. Brianna Lincoln, Lisa Edelman, Hayden Goggles, Dagan Reinhardt, the seniors. But then, not to shortchange the fact that it'll hurt a lot to lose those 4 seniors, but your return, Daisy Goklish, Maddie Arnage, Riley Spice, Paisley Hollingshead, Alicia Oldman, just a freshman. Second free throw was good. First one was not, so Dagan goes 1 and 2. What I'm getting at here is I think Lander basketball is going to be good next year and good for a while. And I'm very impressed constantly with Coach Powell. White travels. And we'll send this right back to Lander with 55 seconds to go in the second quarter. Every time you have the opportunity to pick Coach Powell's brain a little bit, it's impressive the amount of knowledge he has. Hollingshead falling down from the left side. That's no good. Ball knocked out of bounds to the Wranglers. 41 seconds to go. It's 22-18. Tigers in front here in the second quarter. Lander aggressive defense all the way down. Pinedale going to set up here, top of the key. Thornoff sends it to Wilson. Wilson directing some traffic. See what they do with under 20 seconds to go in the half. Wilson just holding at the top. Hollingshead further than an arm's reach away. Now she'll take it on the dribble inside of 10 seconds. Give it to White. Scooper in the lane. No, but she draws contact with 6 seconds. Maddie Arnich, foul number 2 for her. And free throws for Alexis White, the senior leader for the Wranglers. She's averaging a dozen a game. Kind of bounce off the back of the rim. That hit the back of the rim, went sky high and dropped in there. That's what happens with good shooters. Second one, in and out, no good. Rebound by Lincoln, 5 seconds to go. Brianna hustles it up the court. Lincoln on the left wing, loses the handle, ball on the floor, and that's how the half will end. Tigers up by 3 as we've reached intermission. It is Lander 22, Pinedale 19. After an interesting first half of basketball, sets up what should be a really fun second half here. So stick around with us. The Wyoming Department of Transportation Buckle Up for Life Wyoming halftime show presented by YDOT is on the way in just a couple of minutes. We'll take a look at first half scoring numbers. We'll also try our best to run down some other girls basketball scores. A lot of games going on across the state tonight, so we'll take a look at that and talk about the rest of your Tiger weekend. Obviously, a busy one for all the different athletics and activities at Lander Valley High School. Lander on top at halftime. They've adjusted, you're never going to believe this, they've adjusted the scoreboard again. They subtracted that point. I have no idea what's going on. I don't know if it's 19 or 18. Scoreboard right now shows 22-18 here in the gym. It had 22-19 as we went into halftime. Now they take it off, so I guess I'll do this a fourth time. Lander 22, Pinedale 18? Question mark. We'll see how many points they have when we get back on the Buckle Up for Life Wyoming halftime show. Right after this on KOVE 1330 AM and streaming video on the County 10 YouTube channel.
We are Maven. We focus on the fundamentals, clean, simple designs with the very best modern materials and technologies. We refuse to compromise our mountain town roots to follow the well-worn path to $1. We choose instead to make game-changing gear and use it in the places and pursuits that inspire us every day. We are Maven, a company focused on the design and creation of innovative products for and by the modern outdoorsman.
Life happens, and sometimes it leaves a dent. At Northside Body Shop in Lander, we meet by accident, but we fix your vehicle with purpose. From minor dings to major collision repair, our expert team gets you back on the road and brings your car back to its original beauty. Trust the specialists who treat every vehicle like a classic. Northside Body Shop. Come see us at 323 North 2nd Street in Lander.
Overhead door, we're your total window and door store. We have garage doors, front doors, storm doors, screen doors, glass doors, sliding doors, shower doors, French doors, wood doors, metal doors for your business or home. And the finest brands of windows and service you come to know. We have the right door for your loading dock. We sell the best hardware, handles, and locks. Overhead door, we're your total window and door store. Overhead door.
Perfect Power is a proud supporter of athletics and student athletes all across Fremont County. Perfect Power provides services for residential, commercial, and industrial jobs. Darren Hubble, owner and master electrician, has over 30 years of electrical experience. Darren's trustworthy team of professionals can get the job done right. Perfect Power, serving Fremont County and surrounding areas. Stop into 1320 West Main Street, Lander, or give them a call at 307-332-7184.
Porter's Mountain View Supply, your local experts in fire and water. We got everything you need for new installs to accessories, and don't forget our great selection of stoves, grills, and spas. We've been serving Wyoming for over 40 years, so you know you can trust us for quality products and expert service. Visit portersmvs.com or stop by our Riverton or Casper locations today. Porter's Mountain View Supply, located on 750 East Sunset Drive in Riverton.
Looking for a trusted partner in your financial journey? At Redden, Kane & Associates, we're more than just CPAs. We're a world-class accounting firm dedicated to providing exceptional service to our clients. From tax management and accounting to estate planning and retirement strategies, our experts provide personalized solutions that help you thrive. Our lasting relationships are based on trust and open communication. Let's make your goals become reality. Take the first step towards financial confidence. Visit rivertoncpa.com.
Halftime from Wrangler Gymnasium here at Pinedale High School. Jerrad Anderson with you. Glad to have you back along with us. Appreciate you being here as Lander on top of Pinedale 22-18. Pinedale outscoring Lander by 2 in that second quarter. It was 10-4 at the end of 1. Let's take a look here at first half scoring numbers. First, we want to thank the good folks at the Wyoming Department of Transportation. Man, those guys are lifesavers. When the road conditions are bad, we appreciate the work YDOT does. There's nothing more satisfying and relieving when you see those snow plows out there when the roads are snow covered. Luckily, I can't say luckily, but we haven't had a lot of that this year. There's not been a ton of snow. South Pass clear again. I actually made the trip yesterday, but I was told it was clear today. I went down and did Riverton at Evanston yesterday, and then I came up through Kemmer and Big Piney, and all of that was clear if you're wondering and traveling around. YDOT reminds you seatbelts save lives. Buckle up every trip, every time, and check wyoroad.info for more details there. You can always call 511 to access the Wyoming Department of Transportation. Again, it was 10-4 at the end of the first quarter. Pinedale became a lot more comfortable in their half-court sets offensively, settled in here, scored 14 points in the second quarter, outscoring Lander 14-12. Want to thank our County 10 YouTube audience being with us. Say hello to Chuck, who's watching in Orange County, California, cheering on Alicia Oldman, Daisy Goklish, and Noah St. Clair. We'll see Noah later. Tyson is with us, and Winst is also checking in on the YouTube chat. We'll be glad to interact with you if you hit us up there on the right side of your screen. A lot of people ask, how do I do that? I think it's easier if you're on an actual computer or device. Sometimes with mobile, it's harder to communicate that way, but if you look around, you can maybe find it, but you can always talk to the broadcast that way. Taking a look here, I'm looking for some other girl scores. We should have some finals start to tick in here as the evening continues. Yesterday, there was a Fremont County doubleheader at Pavilion. I heard Wind River High School was just packed for Wyoming Indian and Wind River. Wyoming Indian knocking off the Cougars in both of those games. Very similar scores. In the girls' game, it was the Lady Chiefs 81-33. In the boys' game, it was the Chiefs 80-31. So very close, a couple of lopsided games there in favor of Wyoming Indian High School. Double headers going on today, 3A games of interest. Cody is at Worland, of course, the Phillies' #1 team in girls basketball. They're underway right now. Newcastle's at Wheatland. Buffalo goes to Powell. Douglas is at Glen Rock. Mountain View hosting Lyman in that rivalry. And Rollins is hosting Torrington. Right now, Shoshone hosting basketball. Grable is there. Grable is the 5th-rated 2A girls team. So the Lady Blue with a tough challenge this evening at Shoshone High School. Hopefully we'll get that score by the conclusion of this broadcast. I don't see any other Fremont County scores of interest. Yesterday, Riverton falling to Evanston, both girls and boys falling. The Evanston girls got the better of Riverton 55-43. The Evanston boys winning 59-52. So that's pretty much all I know. St. Stephen's girls played Matitsi yesterday. Matitsi won that one 50-40. Your Tiger weekend, of course, the gigantic Ron-Thon tournament going on in Riverton. That's pretty much where all the wrestlers in the state are. There's a few other things going on, but just about everybody competes in the Ron-Thon, girls and boys these days. The girls tournament wrapped up today. Boys began today, and then the boys tournament will continue tomorrow. So welcome you if you're in Fremont County for the Ron-Thon. Good luck to all the Fremont County wrestlers, including the Lander Tigers that are participating there. That's on the heels of Lander hosting a huge Lander invite too. So Fremont County has been buzzing with wrestlers the last 2 weekends. Lander swimmers coming off of a win at the Bruce Gresley invite last week. Speaking of hosting things, they won that 13-team field. They'll be in Cheyenne this Friday and Saturday. Tigers lead Pinedale 22-18 here. Thanks to YDOT for making our halftime coverage possible. We'll get the second half going in 60 seconds on county10.com. We are ready for basketball here in the second half. Pinedale will start with possession as we flip-flop signs. Wranglers now attacking the easternly basket here at Wrangler Gymnasium. If you're familiar with the dimensions, if you're not, that doesn't make any sense at all. Shot off the front of the rim, no good. Lander breaks out with the rebound. They quickly hustle it up the floor. Here's Hayden Goggles down the lane. Pass it in the paint to Reinhardt. Now up top they go to Goklish. Daisy Goklish sinks the 2. Lander starts with the first bucket. By the way, they did not put that extra point that Pinedale somehow got a couple of different times back on. It was 18 points, despite it saying 19 a couple of times. So I'm just going to go with what the official scoreboard has, 24-18. We're pretty sure a minute old here in the third quarter. Wilson will try a 3, no good, goes long, hustling the rebound down though, saving it is Odom, and she'll get it to a teammate, Alexis White. Alexis spins at the elbow, runs into a double team, gets it up top to Odom, who travels with it. She tried to go down the lane, just got a little feet happy, and couldn't stop that momentum before she put the ball on the floor. Here's Daisy Goklish going right at Odom. That dribble drive shut off. Now up top to Goggles. High post Hollingshead to Reinhardt. Dagan tries a 3. Long rebound. Bounces all the way out of bounds. Coach Powell pacing the sideline, giving his girls some instruction here as they set up their full court press. 2-2-1 look. Pinedale's press breaker has done well. Lander has forced a couple of turnovers, and now they're going to again. There it is, taken away by Lander. Hollingshead to the rim, lay it up, stays on the back of the rim forever, and finally drops in there. Take it away right at that mid-court corner, and there's a push foul in backcourt on Hollingshead. That ball hung on the rim for a really long time. Tigers by 8 on the Fremont Chevrolet scoreboard. Floater in the lane. Wilson gets it to go. It's actually not in the lane. That was on the left side. Looking for Hollingshead down courts. Too high for her. Over her head. Ball goes out of bounds on the Tiger baseline, and Pinedale takes back over. Lander still up by 6, but you get the sense that you don't want too many of those unforced errors. You never do, but this is a game where you get 4 or 5 unforced errors in a half, and the other team is right on your heels, can take advantage. Shot missed by Wilson. That time she was in the paint. Rebound tracked down by Goggles. Bounce pass up ahead to Reinhardt. Now to Lincoln, left side 3, no good. Sails out of bounds, but it's Lander basketball as Odom couldn't save it on the baseline. It's even a little slow coming back on the playing surface and is hunched over now in a little bit of discomfort. I don't know if she rolled an ankle maybe or something. Could just be gassed from getting up and down the floor so many times. Pinedale fans coming to life. Hollingshead now to Reinhardt. Dagan stopping the paint to Goggles. Spot up for 3. Tried to bank it in. Couldn't do so. And it's Odom who snatches the rebound away. Pinedale with numbers. Odom has to go to the floor to get it though and is held up. Good defense by Daisy Goklish to tie the basketball up. Arrow will give it to the Lander ladies. 4:52 to go, third quarter. Tigers on top of the Fremont Chevy scoreboard, 26-20. Goggles sends out the signals from the top, sends it left side outside to Goklish. Daisy with the basketball above her head, now back to Hayden. Goggles will put it on the floor for the first time this set, dish it wide open. Dagan Reinhardt is there for the easy 2. Good find from Hayden Goggles. Wilson, spinning elbow extended. Defense shuts her down. Now back to Wilson on the left side. She pops a 3, can't get it to go. Reinhardt gobbles up the long rebound, outlet to Goggles. Hayden blows past a defender, finds Hollingshead underneath. Her layup is no good. Man, that was down and bounced out, and she's frustrated, but good news for Lander here is they'll get a second chance. Bad news for everybody is there's an injured player down under the basket. This is a Pinedale player that is in a whole lot of discomfort. 3:59 remaining third quarter. It's Lander 28, Pinedale 20. We'll hope for the very best here for this young lady. We'll take an injury timeout. Come back right after this on KOVE 1330 AM and County10.com.
Overhead door, we're your total window and door store. We have garage doors, front doors, storm doors, screen doors, glass doors, sliding doors, shower doors, French doors, wood doors, metal doors for your business or home. And the finest brands of windows and service you come to know. We have the right door for your loading dock. We sell the best hardware, handles, and locks. Overhead door, we're your total window and door store. Overhead door.
Alexis White helped to her feet. She walks off the floor in a whole lot of discomfort with the assistance of a coach and a trainer here from Pinedale High School. Couldn't tell if it was leg or back. Initially I thought back, but then it looked like she was favoring one of the legs. Don't like to speculate, but hoping for the very best for Alexis White, who is now back behind us here in the Wrangler Gymnasium. There's Goklish in the lane, got it to go as we're back to action. The Lander has a 10-point advantage on the Fremont Chevy scoreboard. They're going to have a chance add more. Pinedale throws it away, and it's Lander basketball. Bodie Walker unable to handle it. Bodie had just checked in a second ago. Lander basketball up by double digits, 30-20 with 3.5 remaining third quarter. Dribble handoff. Goklish stop at the free throw line. Send it up top to Brianna Lincoln. Lincoln had it smacked away. Claire Thornoff thought she may have been guilty of a foul. Put her hand straight up in the air like, wasn't me, and knocks it away out of bounds. Long inbound pass comes across the court horizontally to Hollingshead. Goklish, dribble drive, finds Goggles, right side three, no good. Trying to save it along the baseline, Odom, and she will successfully be able to do that this time. Here's Thornoff, three, no good. Bodie tracks down that rebound, get it to Wilson and keep it alive for Pinedale. There's a foul on the floor. Second Tiger foul here of the third quarter. It's the second foul on anybody this third stanza, as we've gone pretty whistle-free here in the last few minutes. 2:55 remaining. And Alexis White going off the floor a moment ago. One of the senior leaders, second leading scorer for Pinedale. We'll see how that changes the course of the game. Great defense by Lander. That's Maddie Arnich in the corner down there that smacked the basketball out of bounds. Walker holds at the top. Now to Odom. Odom circles around baseline. Stop on the left side block. Wilson to the free throw line. Wilson, well defended. Couldn't get it to go. A foul, I think, on the rebound is on Paisley Hollingshead. That's Paisley's second. Lander's third. Wilson will get 2 free throws on the Hollingshead foul. First one is good. Lander wants a full timeout. We'll step aside with him. 2:32 to go, third quarter. It's Lander 30, Pinedale 21. Back on county10.com.
Sidelines to the spotlight. From the classroom to the community, Fremont County's greatest accomplishments deserve to be celebrated. When our athletes take the field, when students excel, and when our community comes together, those are the moments that define us. For over 25 years, we've been more than just your internet and phone provider. We're your neighbors, celebrating each victory alongside you. Wyoming.com, proud to support our schools, our athletes, and our future. Visit Wyoming.com today.
.232 remaining third quarter. Landers ladies on top of Pinedale 30-21. 1 free throw forthcoming for Erica Wilson out of Drew Powell's full timeout. Number 2 versus number 3. Marquee girls basketball matchup. Free throw no good. Antonio keeps it alive for Pinedale though. Good rebound. Shot no good from Macy, but another Pinedale rebound and a foul on Lander. More free throws coming. This is Taven Oldman. Who will shoot 2 times. Taven's first is a swish. The last foul was on Maddie Arnich. That is her 3rd. She'll come off. Brianna Lincoln back on for the Tigers. Second free throw takes a hard bounce off the back of the rim and goes up over the backboard. And ball out of bounds to the Lady Tigers. Goklish hustles across the time stripe, send it right side outside to Lincoln. Brianna picks up the dribble, looking for some help. Now send it to Goggles in the corner and underneath to Reinhardt. Reinhardt double team. She'll get it back to Hayden. Ball ricochets around and it's stolen out of there by Pinedale. Here they come in a hurry. Easy layup for Wilson. Got it to go. And a nice Pinedale transition bucket. Goggles send it left side. That was Goklish, send it left side to Goggles. She tried a 3, that's no good. Hollings had the follow, that's no good. And a Lander foul on the second shot attempt. That's foul number 3 on Brianna Lincoln. And that all of a sudden is the 5th Lander team foul. So Pinedale goes into the bonus with a 1:48 remaining third quarter. And I did a Riverton game last week with Riverton football coach Mark Lenhart, who said anytime the scoreboard shows 5 fouls on your opponent and no fouls on your opponent, 5 fouls against you, you're going to complain about it. Drew Powell has not gotten off the bench to mention that yet, but might be thinking it. I don't know from here. Second free throw for Walker is good. She missed the first, hit the second. And it's a 5-point game all of a sudden. Daisy Goklish holding on the left wing. Skip pass. Goggles backs off on the dribble. Pinedale fans making a whole lot of noise. Hollingshead to a cutting Lincoln. She's triple teamed and is fouled. Taven Odom gets her first personal. Ball kicked out of bounds by Wilson. She looked like a goalkeeper that time. She kicked it so hard into the padding behind. Lob will go way up top to Dagan Reinhardt this time. Dagan, stop at the left elbow, finds Lincoln cutting through the paint. Everybody collapses on her. She'll go up top to Hollingshead, who's grabbed and fouled. So ball out of bounds to LVHS again. Hayden Goggles will come trigger it in under into the left of the Lander hoop. To a open Goklish for a second. She takes it on the dribble, tried to use the glass in the paint, couldn't get it to go. Wilson's got the rebound and she pushes to the east here at Wrangler Gym. Ball stolen away by Lincoln to Reinhardt. Goggles tried to gather, couldn't get it up in time. She gathered, tried to force up a wild one, didn't come close, didn't have much of a chance, and the ball's out of bounds near midcourt to Pinedale. Wild series of events. Get tongue-tied on you when it's a frenzied pace. 1:01 to go third quarter. A 5-point Lander lead. They've led by as much as 10. The last 5 points have been Pinedale's, though, as they chip away at this slowly but surely. Walker at the top, left side behind the arc. Wilson cuts between 2 defenders and get it to drop in there. It is a 1-possession game at 30-27. Lincoln slips down on the floor and is tied up by Claire Thornoff. The arrow is Pinedale's. 35 seconds to go on the quarter. Walker with Goklish on her defensively, runs the point. Left side, outside, Wilson. She's got some space. Lets a three go. We're tied. 30-30, brand new ball game. Fremont Chevy scoreboard. Final seconds of the third quarter. Under 10, Goklish holds it on the left wing. Takes a look at the clock. Crosses over. Give it to Hollingshead. Circle around the perimeter. 2 seconds. Reinhardt at the buzzer. She's got it. Dagan Reinhardt gives Lander the lead back at the buzzer, but Pinedale with a fury. A 10-0 run has made this very interesting, and at the end of 3, it's Lander 32, Pinedale 30. Come on back for what should be a fun fourth quarter with us on County10.com and KOVE 1330 AM.
Introducing Wyoglass, your local glass experts. From windows to showers, we got you covered. We're proud to be a part of the Lander community and a local sports sponsor. We're dedicated to serving all of Fremont County, so you can trust us with your residential and commercial windows and doors, auto glass, shower doors, and garage doors. For quality service and local support, choose Wyoglass. Visit us at wyoglassoflander.com or on Main Street in Lander today.
Eight minutes on the clock and a 2-point game. It is Lander 32, Pinedale 30. Lander led by 6 at the end of the first quarter. Pinedale outscored them by 2 in the second quarter to lead by 4 at halftime. They outscored Lander by 2 again in the third quarter, and it is now a 2-point game. Lander basketball first. Daisy Goklish from just inside the elbow. Pull up and drain it. Good looking shot from Daisy Goklish. Lander sets up that full court pressure again. Burning it into the front court, and a lot of contact and an offensive foul. Under there to take the charge, I think was Lincoln. She pops up off the floor, and Odom knocks the defender over. Gotta see if I can find a replay second look at that to see who took the charge. That may have been Reinhardt. I think it was Dagan. Throw it in the corner. Old Man is pushed and fouled there on the right side. Third personal on Erica Wilson. Second Wrangler foul of the quarter already. Just 40 seconds have gone by. Lander lead is 4. Entry pass to Arnich, hits off of her leg and is nearly stolen, but out of bounds in the corner off of Pinedale's Claire Thornoff. Lincoln will send it in right in the corner of the Lander half court. Tried to bounce it to Reinhardt, punched away, taken away by Pinedale. Wilson with a slow jog up the floor. He's Lander's man-to-man defense. Alexis White has returned here to start the fourth quarter too. Great to see her back out there after she hit the deck really hard earlier. Was out the whole third quarter. 3 at the top, no good. Mad scramble for it. Pinedale's going to pull it out and start again. Maybe, but it passes through the hands of Erica Wilson into the Wrangler bench. So Lander will get it right back. Coach LeBeau says, settle down, puts the palms down to the floor and pumps it downward a couple times, trying to get his girls to settle down. Left side, outside, Goklish. Goklish working on a defender. Stop from the block. Can't get it to go. Gets her own rebound, though. Up strong with it. She is fouled. Thank you, Mike, for the correction, by the way. Appreciate you. Goklish first is good. .6:29 left, fourth quarter. And Goklish trying to put Lander up by 6. Cannot do it, too strong. Rebound ripped away by Antonio. Wilson walks it across the timeline, grabbed and fouled by Goklish. First Lander foul of the fourth quarter. Lander won by 10 during the first meeting. These two 3A powerhouses back on December 12th. A game in a tournament at LVHS. They'll meet again in February. And I've said it a couple of times, but feels like you probably see each other in the postseason too. White spinning, lost the basketball, taken away by Lincoln. Lincoln ahead of the pack to Goklish, back to Brianna, now Arnich, and they work it around the perimeter. 2:10 gone by here in the fourth quarter. Tigers up by 5. Trying to slow the basketball down, slow the tempo down, and work towards a quality shot here. They'll have to do it with the Pinedale student section making a lot of noise. Arnich stopped just inside the arc and drain it. Pretty shot from Maddie Arnich gives Lander a 7-point advantage. Tigers led by 10 at one point in the second half. We were tied at 30s not long ago, so a long 7-0 run over quite a bit of time. White's three-pointer, or maybe a long 2, is no good, off the mark. And the Tigers make sure Pinedale one and done. Goggles drives to the basket, pushed in the back, can't get it to drop, but she will get a couple of free throws after she helps herself up off the floor, grabbing the back of her head like she came down hard on it. Hopefully Hayden's all right. She says she is, tells the official she's okay. And this is where I know everybody loves to pick on officials, but you look at an official who just realized that Goggles took a hard shot, said, "Are you okay?" She says yes. The official spins the basketball, bounces it a couple more times, gives her an extra couple of seconds, making sure she really is okay. First one from Hayden was good. Second one is also in there, 39-30. The LVHS advantage with 5 minutes to go from Pinedale in the first of our doubleheader. Wilson, dribble drive, well defended the entire way. Dish it off to a teammate right side. That's Odom, who can't get it to go. Players on the floor all over the place in backcourt. Couple hit the deck hard. They'll rejoin the play, but Brianna Lincoln gets tangled up, and they'll say that's off of Brianna last. She got caught up with Wilson. Brianna looks at her coach like, "I disagree," and the coach shrugs back and says, "Nothing you can do. Keep playing." 2-2-1 full court press, handled nicely by the Pinedale attackers. Stornoff gives it to Wilson. Erica, Pinedale's leading scorer, trying to take over in the paint. Tried to dish it off. She is hurt in backcourt. Lander take it away in the meantime. Up ahead, Arnich got it to go. Bucket for Lander, and Erica Wilson is now very slow to get up in backcourt. In fact, she will not. Thought she was going to rise to her feet. She goes back down. And unfortunately, we will have our second injury timeout here. 4:20 remaining in the ball game. It is Lander 41, Pinedale 30. We're back right after this on KOVE 1330 and County10.com.
I'm Winslow Friday, Director of the Wind River Intertribal Council Department of Transportation. It makes me and my crew happy when you buckle up. It just might save your life.
I'm gonna get us home. Buckle up for life, Wyoming.
Back on KOVE, 1330 AM, streaming audio at county10.com, streaming video via the County 10 YouTube channel. I'm Jerrad Anderson. Well, luckily, Erica Wilson, after a tough shot, was off the floor, walked off mainly under her own power over there, but definitely didn't look close to 100%. She's being assessed by the trainer on the Pinedale bench right now. Have a timeout on the floor as well to try to get her a little bit more rest. And if you're Jeremy LeBeau, you take a timeout down 11 anyway to try to reassess your team, but give an extra minute to Erica to try to get your leading scorer back out there, I would think. So unfortunately for Pinedale, we saw both Erica and Alexis White, their two leading scorers, helped off the court. Good news is Alexis White has returned and is back out there right now for the Pinedale offense. Erica Wilson will stay on the bench for now with that trainer taping her up. Looks like a lower left leg issue. Lander sets up the 2-2-1 pressure. They're up by 11 as we close in on 4 minutes to go. Number 2 versus number 3. Pass into the Pinedale cheerleaders. We'll send it back Tiger direction. Goggles blows past one defender to the rim. Can't get it to go too hard off the backboard, but a travel on the rebound on Pinedale. It was Macy Antonio who fell to the floor as she grabbed the rebound and gets whistled for the travel. Pinedale faithful not loving the call, but I don't know what else you can do when a player just falls over. And it's not like she means to either. That's a tough way to get a traveling violation, but here's Reinhardt, left corner 3, no good, too strong, and Alexis White hauls down the board. Wilson's right back on. Running the point guard position. Looks pretty good out there after she took that hard shot. Pass deflected by a Tiger. It stays PHS basketball. Alexis to trigger it in under into the right of the Wrangler hoop. She'll go way up top to Thornoff. Claire lets a 3 go. That's too strong. Lincoln muscles away the rebound. I like watching Brianna rebound. She's one of the smaller players on the court, but she is tough. And when she does get a rebound, she makes sure to secure it very physically. Goggles, pass to nobody, but it's going to work out because not expecting it was Claire Thornoff, and it just bounces off of her. Goggles had a player that looked like she was going to cut to the basket. Instead, she cut out. And she hesitated but let it fly, but it works out just fine. Lander gets it back, and they'll inbound from the baseline. Hayden on the left wing. Now to Arnich, down low, hand in her face. 2 popped out, went down and popped out of the rim, no good. No points the last minute of game time. We're at 3 minutes to go. It's Lander 41, Pinedale 30. Odom, entry pass to the paint, taken away by Goggles. Pinedale just a little discombobulated offensively right now. Not what we've seen in flurries this game and what Pinedale fans have seen most of the season. Pass to Arnich underneath. Got it to go. Maddie Arnich assist Hayden. Goggles. Landers got their largest lead of the game, by the way, at 13. 2:35 to go in the contest. Timeout on the floor, taken by Coach LeBeau. And with 2:35 remaining, Lander has built a 13-point advantage. I'll remind you, we'll pick our Health Source Chiropractic Player of the Game after this one. Dr. Jonathan Fabian at Health Source Chiropractic, Fremont County's only sports-certified chiropractic clinic. They've got a new special for student athletes right now. You can get a full evaluation for just $10. That's it, $10 at Health Source Chiropractic in Riverton. They're on North 8th West. Visit healthsourcechiro.com for more information. I've done 3 podcasts now with Dr. Fabian, and you can listen to all of those for more chiropractic questions and answers on the County 10 podcast. Good atmosphere here at Pinedale. You can tell these fans are really excited about both of their teams. Boys game coming up in just a little bit. But the team that is most promising for a chance to win a state championship this year is the Pinedale's ladies. Like we mentioned at the Porter's Tailgate show onset, there are 3 favorites right now, and 2 of them are playing in this game in 3A basketball. You throw the number 1 Cody Phillies into that mix, of course. And again, I'm fully aware March Madness is weird, and there will be a lot of challengers. There'll be a team that emerges and scares a lot of people. Lander in there, 2-2-1. Wilson controls the dribble, right side beyond the arc. Out of White, back to Wilson. She tries a contested corner 3 and buries it. Hand in her face and everything makes it a 10-point game. 2:13 to go. Fremont Chevy scoreboard. Lander 43, Pinedale 33. Underneath Reinhardt to Goklish, and an offensive foul on Daisy Goklish. Erica Wilson knocked over, takes the charge. Second team foul on the Tigers. Meanwhile, Lander will be in the bonus should Pinedale foul in the last 2:02. In a game like this, you'd expect the last couple of minutes to take a while, probably. Got a lot of basketball left. Here's White, left wing 3, good. Back-to-back threes, and here comes a Pinedale run. 6-0 for now. 1:45 remaining in the game. Lander comfortable, I think, deflating some of the clock here still, despite the little run. There's Arnich underneath, can't get it to go from the post. Maddie Arnich's shot was short, and we'll give it right back to the Wranglers. Wilson holds at the top. She'll use a screen, some space, lets it go. That's no good, just off the mark. Bounces away to the left, and Hayden Goggles has the Lander rebound. Lincoln is smothered and fouled. Or no, they're going to get a timeout first. Official over here looked like he was ready for a foul call, but Drew Powell wanted the timeout quickly to prevent any kind of a held ball situation or obviously a steal. 43-36, fourth quarter basketball. Good game all the way through, and Lander has led most of the way. But every time it looks like they're ready to pull away, once they're up by double digits, Pinedale hits a mini run and keeps things very interesting. Our last tie was at 30-30. Thanks to Wyoming.com, making Lander basketball possible. Check out their home and business internet, their phone service plans, and more at Wyoming.com. Proud to cheer on Fremont County athletes, a local company supporting local athletics. Lander basketball, they are in the bonus. The arrow belongs to Pinedale. Both teams plenty of timeouts right now. Lander with 3, Pinedale with 2. $1:12 on the clock, and it runs as Goggles holds in backcourt. Hayden crosses the time stripe. She'll get some space. Lob it for Reinhardt. Reinhardt has to hustle it down and then is pushed. So Dagan Reinhardt's going to go to the line with 63 seconds to go. That was the third personal on Alexis White. Dagan, the 59% free throw shooter this season, takes a deep breath, lets it go, and the first one is perfect. To put her team up by 9. Second one, too strong, no good. Stays an 8-point game for now. White has the rebound, under a minute to go. Wilson will use a screen. Now to Odom. Left side, outside, White takes a look at the basket. Pinedale using quite a bit of time. Now Wilson tries a three, and she's fouled. Pinedale fans rise to their feet. Wow, Erica Wilson with a chance at a 4-point play. Hayden Goggles picks up her third personal. How good is Erica Wilson here, especially down the stretch? Lets the free throw go, no good. Bounces off too long, but the rebound kept alive by Antonio and then muscled away by Lincoln. Held ball, arrow is Pinedale's, but a good play by Lincoln to give Lander the possession arrow back. Full timeout on the floor. 43 seconds to go. It is a 5-point game. Tigers on top of the Wranglers. 44 to 39. Good atmosphere, like I say, here at Pinedale High School. Got a lot of student involvement. The marching band playing on. There's some youth basketball kiddos cheering their teams on. And there are a bunch of Lander Tigers over on the other way that have traveled over South Pass today. Saw a ton of Lander stuff around town. If you're tuning in for boys basketball, we're going to be late. In fact, started the girls' game just a few minutes behind schedule. But that's okay. We're here for basketball. Friday night hoops. Marquee girls' game. Number 2, Pinedale. Number 3, Lander. Wranglers' only loss this season was December 12th. At Lander, to Lander in a tournament game. Erica Wilson with a big fourth quarter so far. Down by 5, you'd expect her to be the first look for Pinedale, but we'll see what Coach LeBeau has drawn up out of the timeout. Well, inbound in their front court. Wilson holds at the top. Reinhardt on her defensively. Uses screen. Tries to get free. She'll let it go. Contested three. No good. Good block out by Hayden Goggles to let Brianna Lincoln get the basketball. Clearing some space, though, was Goggles with a big block out. And Lincoln is fouled in backcourt by Claire Thornoff. That is team foul number 5. Will shoot free throws. Coach LeBeau displeased. Has a few words for the officials. Brianna, a 42% free thrower on the season. Lander as a team, 55% from the line this year, coming into this game. Lincoln's first sneaks over the front of the rim and drops. She can make it a 3-possession game with 33 seconds remaining. Lincoln toes the mark. 4 bounces, lets it go. That rims out, no good. Long rebound, though, to Goggles, and Goggles will back it off for the Tigers. Now they're going to come way up top and foul Lincoln with 27 seconds to go. So you kill 5 seconds. Brianna gets 2 more free throws. 7 o'clock, KOVE, Hudson, Lander, Riverton, 13:30 a.m. Lincoln's first is a swish this time. Now we are at a 3-possession game with 27 seconds left. trying to go 13-2 on the season. Oh, lets that one go, and it's in there too. White in backcourt. Give it to Wilson. Pinedale needs a lot of points in a hurry. Wilson going to lose the basketball and then corral Reinhardt. She quickly pats her on the back to let her know she didn't mean to foul her hard, but Reinhardt got drug around there by her jersey, and Dagan will shoot 2 more with 20 seconds to go now. Get your free throws, come up with maybe one more stop, and Lander looking pretty good for win number 13. Reinhardt's first free throw is good. She can make it a 10-point game. And you start to wonder if there are 4 trips up and down the floor. You doubt it in 20 seconds. Hits both of them. Wilson behind the back dribble, hounded by Goklish the entire way up. Now she'll try a quick 3, no good, didn't draw anything, goes out of bounds. Tiger ball, 10 seconds left. Pinedale will lose for only the 2nd time this season, both of them to the Lander ladies. Goggles up ahead to Goklish, 7 seconds, see if they foul or not. They will not foul, and Lander improves to 13-2 on the young season. Final score goes 49-39 in favor of the Lady Tigers. Impressive victory from start to finish for Lander, and there were moments where Pinedale kept things interesting. They made little runs, but Lander would answer real quick. Kudos to both teams for fighting hard in this one, in fact, and Pinedale never going away, trailed basically the entire way, forced a couple of ties, but Lander 2 for 2 now in this matchup against Pinedale. The rematch coming up next month from Lander Valley High School, and these are still 2 state championship contenders, very much so. And you throw in the Cody Phillies, and any one of them could walk away with some hardware from Casper this season. Final score, Lady Tigers 49, Pinedale 39. We will change pace and talk boys basketball here in just a couple of minutes. Got the second half of our doubleheader coming up here on your home for the Lander Tigers. KOVE Radio, 1330 AM. Streaming video coverage this evening is on County 10's YouTube channel.
To transform your home with that perfect mountain-inspired touch? At Altitude Interiors, we're your neighbors here in Lander, bringing decades of family expertise to every project. From stunning hardwood floors to stylish window coverings and custom cabinetry, we'll help you create the space you've been dreaming of. Experience the altitude difference at altitudeinteriors.net.
At Gail's Carpet One Floor and Home, we believe every floor tells a story. As a family-owned business with deep roots in Fremont County, we don't just sell flooring. We create personalized solutions for your home. From cozy carpets to stunning hardwood, our expert team guides you through every step. Scan the QR code to learn more. Transform your space with confidence. At Gail's Carpet One Floor and Home, we're here to wow you.
Lady Tigers victorious over the Pinedale Lady Wranglers 49-39 this evening from Wrangler Gymnasium. Tough basketball game from start to finish, really. Lander led 10-4 after a slugfest first quarter. Both teams settled in. Pinedale outscoring Lander by 2 in the second quarter, was 22-18 at halftime. Pinedale outscored Lander by 2 in the third quarter, was 32-30, but a big fourth quarter effort by the Lady Tigers gives them the 10-point win, 49-39. So ultimately Lander putting up a favorable fourth quarter by 8 points. They outscored them by 8 there in the final stanza to win this one and pick up their 13th win of the season. They are now 13-2, and equally and maybe more importantly than the overall record is they're 3-0 in the 3A West Conference. Pinedale drops to 12-2 overall. They're 2-1 in conference play. You don't count the tournament game when it comes to conference because you'll see Lander again at home for Pinedale. Will be real interesting to see the YOPreps.com coaches and media poll this week to see if Lander replaces Pinedale in that number 2 spot, presumably if Cody knocks off Worland this evening. The Cody Phillies will be heavy favorites, but we'll try to hustle down that final score for you. It's time now to select our Health Source Chiropractic player of the game, and in a win like this, it could be about 10 different girls. Everybody that, from starter to the last person that came off of the bench. I know they didn't completely empty the bench tonight, but the bench contributors were great for Lander, and it is tough to select one athlete in an impressive win. You go to the second-rated team's house and beat them by double digits. But I thought Hayden Goggles had a great game, and a lot of little things. She dove on the floor after some loose balls. She was a sticky, tough defender the entire way through. Again, you could give it to just about anybody. So no disrespect to any single individual on the Lady Tiger team, but just seeing Hayden Goggles with the little things, I thought she did a great job this evening. So Hayden Goggles, our Health Source Chiropractic player of the game. Dr. Jonathan Fabian is Fremont County's only sports-certified chiropractor. He will hook you up with a $10 new patient special for student athletes right now. If you've never seen him before, just $10 for the full evaluation. You can visit healthsourcechiro.com. They're on North 8th West in Riverton. That's Health Source Chiropractic. Lady Tigers get it done 49-39. We flip the page to boys basketball. Game number 2 this evening coming up in about 8 minutes on your home for the Tigers, KOVE, 1330 AM, and streaming video coverage of it can be watched on the County 10 YouTube channel.
Fremont County, listen up! This is your game changer. Health Source of Riverton with Dr. Jonathan Fabian, the only certified chiropractic sports physician in the area. For a limited time, student athletes get a $10 new patient special. That includes a full initial evaluation, needed x-rays, and a doctor-prescribed pain relief session. Just mention this ad when you call. Stay in the game with expert care from Health Source of Riverton. Call 463-2770 and tell them you heard about the $10 student athlete special.
On motor companies, Wyoming isn't just where we operate, it's where we belong. For over 85 years, we've stood alongside our community through life's big moments, from turning the key to turning the page in every journey that follows. Here, customers become neighbors, and neighbors become family. Visit us today at Fremont Chevrolet GMC Riverton or online at FremontChevyGMCRiverton.com. We are Wyoming. Together, let's drive.
At Gail's Carpet One Floor and Home, we believe every floor tells a story. As a family-owned business with deep roots in Fremont County, we don't just sell flooring. We create personalized solutions for your home. From cozy carpets to stunning hardwood, our expert team guides you through every step. Scan the QR code to learn more. Transform your space with confidence. At Gail's Carpet One Floor and Home, we're here to wow you.
Myers Gambles is your one-stop shop for furniture, mattresses, and appliances in Lander, Wyoming. We have an unbeatable selection of furniture for your living room, bedroom, and dining room. Plus, we have the latest trends in home furnishings. Our mattresses are comfortable and affordable, and our appliances are built to last. Whether you're looking for a new TV, sofa, or refrigerator, we have the perfect finish, style, and function for your home. Visit us at 420 Main Street in Lander, or check out our website, landergambles.com. Today,
Goddard Construction is a local contractor dedicated to our community. We're proud to support our student athletes in every sport on and off the field. We believe in hard work, crafting excellence, and building legacies one project at a time. We bring your vision to life. Visit GoddardConstruction.com to see what we can create for you. Goddard Construction, building Fremont County one project at a time.
And a very good Friday evening to you. Welcome back to Wrangler Gymnasium. I'm Jerrad Anderson, ready for the second half of our doubleheader this evening. Lander and the Pinedale boys coming up here shortly. Lander girls victorious, boys hoping for the sweep here from Wrangler Gym. Lander boys, third-rated team in Class 3A in the WyoPreps.com coaches and media rankings. They are 10-3 overall, 2-0 in 3A West Conference play. Meanwhile, Pinedale 7-6 overall. They do have some impressive wins and have had some flurries of being a very good team this season, but they are 0-2 to start 3A West Conference play. These two teams did not meet in the beginning of the year like the girls did. That was a girls-only tournament. The boys were elsewhere, and they didn't match up with Pinedale. So this is the first meeting, the first of two regular season meetings with the Wranglers. Again, that rematch coming up in February. Lander lost to Lyman Lander beat Lyman last week, 58-51. Pinedale lost to Lyman by 2 last week, and they lost to Mountain View by 4 last week. So quick common opponents the same week. They played Lyman just 2 days apart from Lander, with Lander ultimately winning by 7. Lyman did kind of make that, again, numbers don't lie, but Lander was up more sizably than 7 points through most of that game. Lyman chipped their way back in to make it look pretty respectable at the end, but Lander cruising there 58-51. Pinedale lost by 2 at Lyman. Pinedale's offense revolves around Matthew Gosar. He is a junior, and he's averaging 22 points per game. He's also number 22, so he's shooting his average this season. You will no doubt hear Matthew Gosar's name, and he's one of those players where tough to stop completely, but if you can contain him, you should be in pretty good shape. Trace Fildy is also a senior leader. He's averaging 15 a game right now, so his points per game average continues to tick up as the season has gone on. Lander is getting 14.1 from Noah St. Clair. He's the team's leading rebounder with 6.5. 11 points from Finn McFadden, and technically Pax Hollingshead is averaging 9.8, but I think we just bump him up and say 10. So Lander's very balanced. They're very deep. I've only done one Lander game so far. That was the Lyman game, but really impressed with their bench. I've watched Scott do a bunch of games, and it's fun to see Lander not relent. When their starters come out, they've got these bench players that come out, and there's very little drop-off when Lander's got their bench players out there. Stu Mullins is in his 9th season with the program, won a championship with the Tigers in 2019, won a championship with the Riverton Wolverines before he came over to the Lander Tigers. Pinedale's Elizabeth Gosar is now in her 3rd season. They didn't qualify for state last year, but they did qualify her first season. She's hoping to get back there. Pinedale in boys basketball history have never been to a state championship game. Lander averages about 65 points per game. Pinedale averaging 60. Lander gives up 53 points per game. Pinedale giving up 55. That's a quick look at this. We'll continue to dive in with some more stats here that I don't have time for, but we're just about ready for basketball. Lady Tigers win by 10. Boys game coming up here. Glad you're with us on KOVE, and if you're cruising around listening to the radio going, I wish I could watch this game, well, we've got you covered there too. It's on the County 10 YouTube channel. Thanks to Scott Fuller letting me fill in again here for Lander basketball this evening. Starting lineups are just about to be introduced. Lander will get introduced first. They start like this under Stu Mullins in his 9th season. Number 0 is Caleb Andrews. Andrews, a junior, he averages 7.2 points per game. Number 1 is Finn McFadden. McFadden, a junior, 13 points per game. Darian Herford wears number 13. Herford, a senior, he's averaging 8 points per game. Noah St. Clair is number 22. St. Clair, a senior, team's leading scorer at 15.3. And number 23 is Pax Hollingshead. Hollingshead, the senior, 9.5 points per game. Lander 10-3 on the season, the 3rd-rated 3A basketball team. Pinedale fans rise to their feet in anticipation of their starters. They look like this. Trace Fidley is a senior. Fidley averages 15.2 points per game. Number 12 is Bridger Bennett. Bennett, a senior. He's averaging 2.7 points per contest. Number 22, Matthew Gosar. We mentioned him at length in the Porter's Tailgate show. Gosar is averaging 22.2 points per game. Number 20 is Braxton Costello. He's a junior, averaging 4.8 points per game. And number 24 is Shane Rogers. Rogers, a junior, averaging 7.3 points per game. Lander in their away green uniforms. These are sharp-looking unis, trimmed in white. Valley written across the front in white font. Pinedale's in their home whites, trimmed in orange and black. Not a lot of Pinedale green sprinkled into these, but maybe a little bit down the side of those jerseys. Hollingsed's in the jump center circle. He's going to go opposite Bridger Bennett. Official has the ball in the air. Lander wins easily, and we are underway again. Jerrad Anderson with you. Glad to have you from Wrangler Gymnasium. Finn McFadden at the free throw line, backing in, scooping up a right-hand shot. He's got it to drop. First points of the game are Finn McFadden's right away here, 2-0 on the Fremont Chevrolet scoreboard. Gosar works it across the timeline, dribble hands off to Costello. Jensen Wright is also out there for Pinedale, trying to see who he missed. Shane Rogers did not get the start after he was introduced. He's not on the floor, so interesting there. 3, left corner, Bennett, no good. Missed everything. Rebound tracked down by Andrews. Caleb up ahead to Finn McFadden. Finn between the legs dribble, and he sends it up top. Herford backing in from the elbow. Now in the paint, sends it left side. Hollingshead, he tries a 3. That misses everything, and the scramble in the corner is Lander ball. Screened by the students down there, and they'll say Lander basketball. Now they'll say Noah St. Clair picks up the foul. I beg your pardon there. Noah St. Clair with the push foul under the bucket, apparently. Gosar, or on the corner, not under the bucket. That corner I can't see. Can't say it either. Lander in a man-to-man to open things up. Gosar tries a 3. McFadden was in his face, and he drains it anyway. Gosar puts Pinedale up by a point, 3-2. McFadden, free throw line, back it out to Andrews. Andrews down the lane, can't get the bucket to drop, but he's fouled. Say hello to Cal checking in on the YouTube chat. Says go Lander. Thanks for being with us. Andrews looking to tie things up early, and he does. Now he'll look to put Lander up by a point. Just 1:32 old. And he can't do it. It's off to the right side, no good. Jensen Wright has the rebound. Fildy crosses the time stripe. Trace sends it to the corner to Gosar. Gosar passed one floater on the left side, no good. Left it short. Good help side defense by the Tigers. Herford. St. Clair through the lane. Can't get it to drop for Lander. We go end to end with nobody scoring. Gosar controls the dribble, circles it up top, looking for a teammate. Poked away by St. Clair. Noah's got it in Lander's front court. Leave it for Hollingshead. Hollingshead back to Noah. St. Clair spins, changes direction on a defender. He can't get it to go. Leaves that one short. Low field goal percentage. Both teams here in the early going, feeling outstaged. 2.5 minutes have gone by. It's 3-3 on the Fremont Chevy scoreboard. Costello dishes right side to Trace Fieldy. And he got that one to go, so Pinedale gets the lead back on the Trace basket. Finn McFadden has it knocked out of bounds. Lander basketball in their front court. Noah St. Clair makes his way across the gym to come throw it in. Noah sends everybody in motion to McFadden at the top. Finn picks up the dribble, gives it to Pax, floats it back to Finn. Now Herford. Darian trying to create some space, spinning at the elbow, looking underneath to Hollingshead. Pax trouble handling it. Finn tried to save it in front of his bench, but taken away by Pinedale. Wranglers in transition now. Gosar in the paint has the 2. 7-3. Wranglers out in front. 4:38 to go. Fremont Chevy scoreboard, first quarter. Here's McFadden, the runner in the lane. That's no good. Gets his own rebound, though. Tipped it to himself. Try again. That's no good. St. Clair, a third chance for Lander. That one is good. Couple of boards for the Tigers, and a good job by McFadden, too, even though he couldn't get the baskets to drop. He kept working at it. Gosar picks up the dribble. Sends it to Costello. Costello traveled with it. He was trying to find Trace Fildy, and his momentum just kept him going from side to side. One too many steps. Lander will be on the road next week 2 times. They're at Worland on Friday. They go to Lovell on Saturday. Get to experience the future site of the 3A West Regionals at Lovell High School this year. McFadden in the lane looking for Gwynna, who just checked in. Gwynna can't get it to go. May have been deflected down there. Looked kind of weird on the release. Quincy, a senior, averaging 7 points off the bench. Sort of that 6th man role. Brenner Coleman also coming in at the same time. Coleman D'ing up Pinedale in the paint now. They'll kick it out to Gosar for a 3. That's no good. Rebound tipped around. Finn McFadden's got it, and he's on the run. Breaking out of the pack, McFadden, tough shot to the basket. No good. Tried to circle around and make kind of a circus-looking athletic move, but release wasn't great and couldn't get it to go. On the dribble, a push foul on Herford as Fildy got bumped. First on Darian. Lander seniors, Quincy Gwynna, Darian Herford, Noah St. Clair, Pax Hollingshead. So the guys, just like the girls, have 4 seniors and a lot of junior talent coming back. Certainly will be tough losing those 4 seniors. Blowing past the defender, Bridger Bennett lays it in. 9-5. Shout out Dolly Parton. Wranglers up by 4. McFadden to the rim off the glass. Got it to go. Strong move by Finn. Lander bench clapping for their defense. Costello trying to find Fildy on a backdoor cut. Gosar back to Fildy. Fildy circling around on the pivot. Good defense there by Garrett Romer. Now Costello can't get it to go, but he draws the contact on Gwynna. Free throws coming up here for Braxton Costello. Costello, a 57%er coming into this game, hits the first. Wranglers' lead is 3 with 1 more free throw coming up. Shane Rogers and Ryder Allen on for PHS. Coulter Higlea, beg your pardon, on for Lander. There's Gwynna down the free throw lane and right to the rim. Can't get it to roll in there, though. Strong move to the basket. Shot just fell out. Lead remains 3 for Pinedale as they attack here to our left. Gosar Holds way at the top. Romer on him defensively. Now they'll switch on a screen. Gosar to the bucket. Got it. But an offensive foul in there to take the charge. Quincy Gwynna. Fun and a little bit of a heated atmosphere. You get the Pinedale fans screaming. They thought their guy had an and one, and then quickly a charge call, and Lander explodes on the other side with cheers of their own. There are a lot of Lander folks in attendance over there, and it is packed with Pinedale fans here on both sides too. Gwynna in the paint, gives it to Romer. Contact. Offensive foul on Romer. I'm a long ways away, but from here, Trace Fildy sold that one pretty well. There was contact. I don't know about as much contact as Trace showed body language-wise, but sell out, try to get the ball back for your team. I like it. Costello at the top. Underneath Jensen Wright. Now he'll pass in the paint one more time to Shane Rogers, who's got two. Everybody kind of grouped in tightly there. They shared the basketball well, just not a lot of spacing on that Pinedale possession. Inside of a minute to go, first quarter. St. Clair tried to hook a pass down low, but it's punched out. Stays Lander basketball. 49 seconds remaining. Wranglers up 12-7. Noah put up a left-hand shot, no good. Somehow fights through, gets his own rebound. Follow is no good. Cleared away by Pinedale and almost stolen by Quincy Gwynna, but he's out of bounds. Right in front of Stu Mullins and his Lander coaching staff. Gosar in the corner, almost lost it. It is Pinedale basketball. Out of bounds. Fildy sends it into Rogers. Back to Fildy on the baseline. Good dish to a cutting Jensen Wright for two. Lead is a touchdown for the Wranglers, 14-7, 15 seconds to go, first quarter. Romer to the elbow. His pass is taken away. Shane Rogers is there. 5 seconds. Wranglers looking for more. Fildy for three. In and out. No good. Rebound punched out of bounds as the first quarter buzzer expires, and Pinedale fans making noise for their Wranglers here after one. They lead 14-7. We're back with the second quarter in 60 seconds on KOVE 1330 AM and County10.com.
Mountain View Supply, your local experts in fire and water. We got everything you need for new installs to accessories, and don't forget our great selection of stoves, grills, and spas. We've been serving Wyoming for over 40 years, so you know you can trust us for quality products and expert service. Visit portersmvs.com or stop by our Riverton or Casper locations today. Porter's Mountain View Supply, located on 750 East Sunset Drive in Riverton.
Back to Wrangler Gymnasium. Pinedale with an impressive first quarter. They lead Lander 14-7 after one. Be Wrangler basketball here to start quarter number two. Glad you're with us on County10.com and KOVE. Wyoming.com making Lander basketball possible. Costello works it into the front court for the Wranglers. Moves around. His pass is intercepted by St. Clair. Noah one-on-one. Left-hand layup. Got it to go. Good start to the second quarter for Noah. Gosar worked on defensively by McFadden. That's a fun matchup. Finn is so athletic and fast and tough defensively. Matthew is so good offensively. Team's leading scorer by far and the leading scorer in the entire 3A West. There's Costello slicing down the lane. He's got 2 more. Wranglers 16, Tigers 9 on the Fremont Chevy scoreboard. 3 from Hollingshead lifted. That's not going to fall off the front of the rim. Matthew Gosar has got the Wrangler rebound. Wrangles the board, you might say, if you're a hacky broadcaster like me. Gosar, a little Euro step down the lane. Can't get the shot, but there is a foul. That's on Pax Hollingshead. First on Pax, first on anybody here in the second quarter. Lander trailing by 7. And Pinedale's best shooter at the line for 2. First one drops. Not how you do phonetics. Second one is also no good. St. Clair up high for the rebound. Noah hustles it into the front court to a cutting Hollingshead along the baseline, up and in. Pax Hollingshead for 2. Cuts the deficit down to 6. Costello stop in the lane. Now to Fildy up top. Left side, outside. Bridger Bennett. Back to Fildy. Scooping left-hand shot. Got that to go. I've said this a couple of times in the girls' game. Sincere apologies if the camera angle gets a little bit crowded. It is packed here. Rejected and taken away by Pinedale. Wranglers on the attack. Scooping shot. No good. Fildy couldn't get it to go the other direction. Stolen right back. Shane Rogers, one-on-one, leaves the layup short. The guys making plays defensively, but not the prettiest shooting clinic so far. 5:45 left, second quarter. It's 19-11 and ball out of bounds to Lander. Coach Mullins keeps his hands over his face, shouts out the defensive instructions. There's McFadden, left side, outside. Draws a couple of defenders, almost had it poked away. Now he's looking for some help. He'll get it to Andrews on the other side of the floor. Now St. Clair, pump fake in the lane, dishes under to Hollingshead for 2. Pax Hollingshead has 2 more. Fildy, D'd up by Herford. Sorry about that. Lob intercepted by Andrews. Caleb is there to snatch it away. Here's Herford. Right side block, no good. Leave it short. Fildy, double teamed along the baseline. Rogers up top. Pinedale trying to dig in here to Lander's man-to-man. Everybody spaced out horizontally across the free throw line for a second. Then they break and attack the basket. Shot no good, but a foul as Costello crashed close to the basket. First one, no good, front of the rim. Second one also hits the front of the rim, no good. Andrews scoops up the rebound, uses the wingspan. McFadden, bounce pass in traffic. Now 3, Quincy Gwynna can't get it to go. Front of the rim there. Gosar breaks out with it the other direction. Gosar hard off the backboard, fight for it, comes away to Matthew. It gets his own rebound after it's poked back to him, and he's fouled on the second try. First one is good. Gosar has a chance to put his team up by 8. Hayden Goggles, our Health Source Chiropractic player of the game in the Lander girls victory. They won 49-39. Second free throw from Gosar is good. Midway through the second quarter, Lander got some catching up to do here, trailing 21-13. There's Hollingshead for 3 at the top. No good. Off the mark again. Stolen away by Andrews, though. Up and in off the window. Caleb Andrews with the aggressive play. Good individual effort. Snatched the ball away. Goes up strong and gets the 2-pointer. Pass in traffic. Boy, bailed out with a foul. Jensen Wright was falling down, got a defender in the air. He had nowhere to go, but the Tiger foul will give Pinedale the basketball right back. Fildy looking to trigger it in underneath to Wright, right back to Fildy. Trace open, corner 3, no. Andrews secures it for Lander. Romer through the paint, no good, off the rim. Lander's struggle shooting continues. They're doing enough to hang around for sure, but just not hitting their shots per usual. Jensen Wright gets it in from the paint. An 8-point Wrangler advantage now. We've played 5 minutes of second quarter basketball, and that'll get the Wrangler fans stomping again. Here's Andrews, right side, no good. Lander's one and done. Tough scooping shot and a charge. Quincy Gwynna is going to take a charge for the second time tonight. Ryder Allen had no control as he attacked the basket, just wildly running as fast as he can through the lane, and Quincy was as planted as you can get, taking 2 charges. McFadden on that right wing, entry pass to St. Clair. Noah backing in, double teamed. Great pass to Romer, finds the open guy after he drew 2 in. St. Clair with that soft little touch pass, and Romer finishes it off. How about another offensive foul? Quincy Gwynna, he gets knocked over again. Almost back-to-back charges. Call him the charge machine. I don't know. We'll find a better nickname than that. That was Fildy's first. 2:20 to go, second quarter. Here's McFadden, right-hand runner, no. Jensen Wright has it for Pinedale. Wranglers doing a good job on the defensive glass. Good little cut through the lane by Gosar. He is tough to stop once he gets some momentum. Get some oohs and ahs out of the crowd after Costello sends a would-be Lander pass behind the Pinedale bench into the crowd. Disperses a few fans. I think there must be a beverage that spilled or something because everybody's on mop-up duty over there now. There's some napkins circulating. Along the baseline, almost saving it, Jensen Wright. Stays Tiger basketball. It's never good when you lose your drink. St. Clair down the lane, left side, no good. Gwynna will follow up and in. Boy, Quincy Gwynna might be your first half player of the game. Left side, Costello controls the Pinedale dribble. 90 seconds remaining first half now. Fremont Chevy scoreboard shows the Wranglers by 6. 3 not going to drop for Gosar. Hits the future shot clock. Next year, that'll be the shot clock, but for now, it's just out of bounds. That'll be out of bounds if that happens next year, too, but it'll be the 35-second shot clock. We did see that early on in some tournaments. I know Scott had it with Lander, so I can't give a first-hand account of that. I saw it with Riverton at a Cheyenne tournament. Did not seem to affect either team almost at all. There were only a couple of times the buzzer went off. Here's Gwynna, left corner 3, no good. Bounces off long and tracked down by Costello. Gosar worked on defensively by McFadden, but it will be interesting once it's here full-time, once we get it in conference play, to see how that affects things. And I'm also interested in how the shot clock operators are going to do when that's first implemented. Might be a learning curve. 3, Braxton Costello knocks it in with 45 seconds to go in the second quarter. 9-point Tiger disadvantage right now through the lane, and it's poked and taken away by Gosar. A lot of takeaways from these Pinedale defenders. They are the aggressor here early on so far. See if we can get head coach Drew Powell up here at halftime. I am shoved in tight amongst this large crowd, so not that you care out there in listener land, but it might be one of the more awkward interviews I've done. Gosar hits free throw number 1. He puts his team up by 10 here. That last foul was on McFadden, and that's his first. Gosar's second one, front rim, no good. Fight for the rebound to the floor. Hollingshead had it. Pinballs around, and now it's McFadden's. McFadden looking for Andrews, almost stolen away. A wrestling match breaks out, and Pinedale somehow comes away with the basketball. Fildy circles around at the top. Just 13 seconds left in the half. Wranglers up by 10, looking for the last shot. Crowd counts you down. Shot at the buzzer from the elbow, not there from Shane Rogers. But at halftime, the lead is 10 for the Wranglers. They're trying to upset the third-rated Lander Tigers. 29-19 your halftime score. Buckle up for Life Wyoming halftime show presented by YDOT is on the way. Hopefully a quick chat with Drew Powell, the victorious girls head coach, in a moment on KOVE 1330 AM and streaming video coverage on the County 10 YouTube channel.
Happens, and sometimes it leaves a dent. At Northside Body Shop in Lander, we meet by accident, but we fix your vehicle with purpose. From minor dings to major collision repair, our expert team gets you back on the road and brings your car back to its original beauty. Trust the specialists who treat every vehicle like a classic. Northside Body Shop. Come see us at 323 North 2nd Street in Lander.
Welcome to Hampton Inn and Suites, your home away from home in Riverton. Enjoy top-notch amenities like our indoor pool, hot tub, and fitness center. Start your day with our complimentary breakfast. Stay connected with free Wi-Fi. Relax in one of our 89 beautifully furnished rooms. The Hampton Inn and Suites is proud to support the Riverton Athletics program and being a part of the Riverton High School Booster Club. We want to wish all student athletes the best this coming season and look forward to being a part of your success.
Welcome you into the Buckle Up for Life Wyoming halftime show. Lander boys trailing Pinedale 29-19. Lander girls victorious, a 10-point winner earlier today. It was a slugfest, number 2 and number 3, a much anticipated rematch between Lander and Pinedale. And joining us now, the victorious head coach Drew Powell. Coach, first of all, congratulations. How you feeling after the big victory?
Well, first off, thank you, and I think it was a huge team for the program this week. But I feel good about it. I thought there were some really good things that we did tonight. Anytime you can hold Erica to her average is a good day. I think we held Lexi to below her average, and then, it just really made it hard for them to get downhill. They did hit some big threes late, but we were just a little too far away for them at that point.
It looked like you're so balanced, and even your bench contributors, when they come off, you don't really miss a beat. It looked like everybody was clicking, and this group, your seniors and your juniors, are all working pretty cohesively. Do you get that feeling as the coach too?
Yeah, this week I felt like we took a really big step actually on Wednesday. I kind of challenged them in practice that we had to be better on the defensive end, and I think it really showed tonight. And that really just takes all 8 of the girls that really play on the bench to come in, and when they do step in, they have to do their job, and they know that, and I think we're doing a really good job of it. And then offensively, you just kind of never know who's going to be the person that night. I think Dagan Reinhardt had 16 or 15, something like that, which were huge points for us, and she probably doesn't hit the scouting report as much as some of the other ones do, but you just never know who's going to have the night.
Absolutely. It feels like, and I know I'm being premature evaluating this, but it feels like you might see Pinedale again a few times. I know they visit you, but doesn't that feel like a postseason matchup here? You might see them at state or at regionals in a large game at some point?
Yeah, I think that, they're one of the teams that we're going to have to go to probably make it to state, and maybe even see them at state again. We get to see them in 2 weeks again at home, which will be a good environment for us. I think we shot 6% in the Wrangler Arena tonight, which wasn't very good from the three-point line for us, but they're a good team. They have 2 extremely good players, and you just have to do your best to hold them at bay. And then on our team, it's just whoever gets the points that night. We're all excited for them, and we just continue to push and play as hard as we can.
Last one for you, Coach. You go to Worland and Lovell next Friday and Saturday. Do you go back to practice and work on anything, or what does next week look like for you?
It'll be defensive at the first half of the week. We kind of always go, we have a defensive Monday, and it's probably our hardest practice of the week, but we just really want to push home how we have to box out and close those gaps down to not allow people to get to the rim and make them shoot from outside. And then boxing out's been a really big one for us here of late. We just have to do a little bit better. I think we had roughly 12 offensive rebounds in the first half of this game, and that's something I tried pushing on them this week too, is we have to have offensive rebounders, and 12's more than our average in a whole game up to this point. So I was really proud of that.
Great win. Thanks for coming up. Appreciate it, and we'll talk again soon.
All right, thank you.
Absolutely. Drew Powell joining us, head coach of the Lander girls, victorious today, and big win over the number 2 rated Pinedale Wranglers. It just you get that sense that Lander and Pinedale aren't done with one another. With 2 very good teams. But so far through the first 2 meetings, Lander has gotten the better of Pinedale, and both times by 10 points. So we'll see what happens. I think it's Valentine's Day. I'll have to double check. I know it's that week where Pinedale returns to Lander for another showdown at the Bob Carey Memorial Fieldhouse. Again, Lander on the road next Friday and Saturday. Then they return home finally the week after that. So more home opportunities for Tiger fans to come cheer on their team. Again, here at the boys game halftime, it is Pinedale on top of Lander 29-19. Wishing the Tiger Wrestlers and boys swim team the best of luck this weekend. Boys swimmers are off to the Cheyenne East event. Had prelims today. The finals are tomorrow. This is a huge swimming invitational in Cheyenne. Another big one, and the Tigers will be one of the favorites, but a lot of 4A teams involved in this one too. And then the Wrestlers, of course, are at the massive Ron Thon, so it is a big, busy weekend of Lander sports. And the Ron-Thon is, of course, regarded as the toughest wrestling tournament to win all season long. You wrestle regardless of class, so not as prestigious as state necessarily. It's not for all the marbles at the end of the year, but man, those Ron-Thon winners are as tough as they come, beating all 4 classes of wrestling. So that's going on in Riverton this weekend, and I know there's a lot of wrestlers over in the Lander community staying in Lander as well for that. So lots going on, and we've got 2 more quarters of basketball from Pinedale. Stu Mullen's squad with some catching up to do. They're down by 10, 29-19. Thanks to Drew Powell for coming over, chatting with us, and we will continue on here. We'll get you back to second half action here very soon. This is the YDOT Halftime Show. Wyoming Department of Transportation, proud Tiger supporters, and they remind you seatbelts save lives. Buckle up every trip, every time. It's a simple message. Wear that seatbelt, please. Takes half a second, could save your life, could prevent serious injury in a crash. And as always, check out road and travel details at yoroad.info or call 511 for the latest road conditions. Pinedale on top of Lander at halftime, 29-19. We're back in just a couple of minutes with quarter number 3 on KOVE 1330 AM and streaming video on county10.com.
To Hampton Inn and Suites, your home away from home in Riverton. Enjoy top-notch amenities like our indoor pool, hot tub, and fitness center. Start your day with our complimentary breakfast. Stay connected with free Wi-Fi. Relax in one of our 89 beautifully furnished rooms. The Hampton Inn and Suites is proud to support the Riverton Athletics program and being a part of the Riverton High School Booster Club. We want to wish all student athletes the best this coming season and look forward to being a part of your success.
Welcome to Haskell Furniture and Flooring in Riverton. Discover a huge variety of top brands like Ashley, Tempur-Pedic, Serta, Lazy Boy, and more. Our showroom is filled with stylish and comfortable furniture for every room. Come visit us at 2210 North Federal and transform your home today. Explore the exceptional quality and unbeatable prices we offer. Visit HaskellFurnitureandFlooring.com to learn more. Haskell Furniture and Flooring. Best prices, better service.
Hey, Fremont County, listen up! This is your game changer. Health Source of Riverton with Dr. Jonathan Fabian, the only certified chiropractic sports physician in the area. For a limited time, student athletes get a $10 new patient special. That includes a full initial evaluation, needed x-rays, and a doctor-prescribed pain relief session. Just mention this ad when you call. Stay in the game with expert care from Health Source of Riverton. Call 463-2770 and tell them you heard about the $10 student athlete special.
I'm John Shade, your Lander Edward Jones financial advisor. We're all about financial investments, but we also value the investments of time, patience, and encouragement of our young athletes that they receive from their coaches, teachers, and mentors. That's why I, John Shade, with Edward Jones, is a proud sponsor of Lander Tigers and University of Wyoming on this station, 1330 KOVE. Call me today or visit edwardjones.com for all your investment needs. Edward Jones, member SIPC.
Back to action from Wrangler Gymnasium. Jerrad Anderson with you here. Tigers trailing by 10 to start the third quarter. We've switched sides. Gosar has it first for Pinedale. His shot from the right side, not going to drop. Lander on the attack the other direction. Hollingshead quickly to the bucket. He can't get the shot to go, but he will get 2 free throws straight ahead. Pax to shoot 2 times. Personal foul on Bridger Bennett. Bennett's first is good. Navajo Nation, Arizona, checking back in on the YouTube chat. Thank you for being with us in a great part of the country. Second free throw is good. Stayed a couple of nights in Tuba City and Kienta. I may be mispronouncing that off the top of my head. But love that area. Love Love that whole state. I could be a snowbird, I think. Love Wyoming, too, though. Fun to get the drive over here to Pinedale. Explored Main Street for a little while today. Lander foul as Gosar was in the act of shooting. That's Andrews picking up the personal. First Tiger foul of the quarter. First personal on Caleb. Gosar's first to 2. Front rim, no good. Second for Matthew. Lets it go. Back of the rim. No good. Kept alive Costello. Costello to Fildy. That's no good. Going to get another rebound, though. Tracked down by Lander, finally. Sorry, I've got a whole bunch of folks in the stands here among my broadcast perspective. Trying to protect my equipment, as Hollingshead gets it to roll in there for the Tigers. 29-23. Lander, the bucket and the takeaway. There's Herford up ahead to Hollingshead. It's out of bounds off of a fingertip from a Wrangler last. There's the folks I was talking about. Right near screen. Coach Mullins, I think, takes a timeout. He does. That's a 30-second timeout. 6:36 to go, third quarter. It is Pinedale on top of Lander, 29-23. Lander basketball returns in a week. We'll be on the road to Worland. And then next Saturday, they're on the road to Lovell. So, Road Warriors here a little bit before returning home. And the good news is Lander winning these tough games on the road thus far. Playing from behind here, though. 6:36 to go, third quarter. Lander basketball out of the timeout. St. Clair. Underneath to McFadden. McFadden 2 off the glass. That's good, and it's a 4-point game. Lander with a flurry here to start the third quarter. Gosar circles around at the top. Matthew controls the dribble. Well defended by Andrews. Andrews with that lateral movement. Defensive slides paying off in practice. Gosar. Now to Costello. Costello tries to split 2 Tiger defenders, and he's fouled, I think, on the way up. They will say 2 shots. Hollingshead with the personal. Costello's first no good. Braxton, a junior. You wonder if his friends call him Elvis. Probably not. Got a untied shoe that we'll address. Free throw is good that time for Elvis Braxton Costello. Hollingshead, right corner 3. That's no good. Hard off the rim, and Gosar's got the rebound. Gosar quickly down the lane. Floater, no. Hollingshead corrals it for the Tigers. McFadden trying to break out of the pack with it. That's short off the rim. He's looking for contact, not going to get it. Fildy putting some moves on, then drains a 3. That gets the students going. Andrews. Back to Caleb at the top. Now McFadden controls on the wing underneath St. Clair. Back to the basket, scoop it up and in. Noah St. Clair has got 2. It's a 6-point Pinedale lead, and Herford commits a foul in backcourt. Grabs Feldy. Eight o'clock, KOVE Lander, Wyoming. I'm Jerrad Anderson. 13:30 a.m. and streaming video coverage on the County 10 YouTube channel. We're in Pinedale, Wyoming, Wrangler Gymnasium. Lander girls were victorious by 10. Right now, the Lander boys trailing by 6, 33-27. Gosar on the dribble. Give it back to Feldy. Right. They slowly pass it around the perimeter. Now Feldy with a big step. Tried to scoop it toward the rim. Wasn't close. Lander rebound. Romer, and he slapped and fouled on the rebound. Logan Emery picks up the first foul. That's the first time we've called Logan for anything tonight. He snuck in there for the first time. Gwynna backing in from the left side. Turnaround soft touch. Quincy Gwynna with 2 more. He makes it a 4-point game, 33-29. Foul down there in the corner that I can't see. Caleb Andrews is somewhere behind those students. That's his second personal, 4th team foul. Still 4:15 to go, third quarter. May see a lot of Pinedale free throws this quarter. Gosar. Emery back to Gosar at the top. Pinedale deflating the possession a little bit. A reload at the top here. Costello sends it back to Gosar. Contested 3, hits the bottom of the net. Quincy through the lane, took the pass to Hollingshead, was behind him, and it's muscled away by Logan Emery. Feldy trying to put moves on, stop, falling down, scooping shot, no good, off balance the whole way. Lander on the attack here. St. Clair stepped through the paint, got it to go. Noah St. Clair for 2. Feldy is pushed and fouled by Garrett Romer. 3 versus 3 the matchup there. Romer's 3rd foul, speaking of 3s, and that's Lander's 5th team foul. Free throws for Feldy. Trace, a very good free throw shooter at 76% on the season. All of his teammates behind him. 3 Tigers in the lane. First free throw is good. Now they'll come fill their spots in the lane after they get together and have a little huddle momentarily on that first free throw. Trace trying to put his team up by 8, and he does. Or by 7. Good grief, I'm bad at math. 7-point Wrangler lead, 38-31. Stay in school, kids. 3:12 remaining third quarter. Fremont Chevy scoreboard, 38-31, which is a 7-point differential. Thanks again to Wyoming.com, making Tiger basketball possible. Check out their phone, business, home, internet options, all at Wyoming.com. They are a local company supporting local athletes. Proud to cheer on Fremont County teams. That's Wyoming.com. Say hello to our buddy Alan. Alan says go Tigers from Boise, Idaho. So we had Arizona check in, got Idaho on the broadcast as well. Continue to give it to these Pinedale fans and students. Good Friday night basketball atmosphere. I've done a lot of games, not necessarily Lander games this year, and I've seen quite a few just very empty gyms. And this is not one of them. This is not the biggest capacity-wise, but it is pretty packed, and they are spirited here with their team up by 7 right now. Romer finds Andrews. Andrews stop at the elbow to Gwynna. Lander weaving at the top. Romer between the legs. Give it to Quincy. Now to Caleb. They continue that weave. Here's Gwynna through the paint. Double team. Needs some help. Nowhere to go. He'll put it up, but a 3-second call first. Shot didn't fall anyway, and it looked like Pinedale was going to be on the board, but 3-second violation. It just felt the panic, and you felt like it was getting close to some kind of a violation. Gwynna tried to force it up. Pinedale with the basketball, attacking on the east side here at Wrangler Gym. Shane Rogers sets a screen for Gosar. Gosar circles all the way across the gym. Fildy, he'll try a right side 3, no good. Skims off the front of the rim, tracked down by Romer. Romer in transition. Gives it to Andrews. Andrews on the dribble to Gwynna. Gwynna circles around at the top. Lander runs their motion at the top of the key. St. Clair spinning, pivot around. Oh, soft touch, got it to go. That's a strong move and a really soft touch for Noah St. Clair. There's a takeaway at midcourt by Andrews, punched in backcourt. Lander had it, then they lost it. Gosar settles everybody down, and Pinedale's got the ball. 90 seconds remaining, third quarter, 38-33. This just feels like one that is headed all the way down to the wire. Wide open, Lander lost track of Jensen Wright. Lay it up and in, wide open, right under the bucket. Andrews through the lane, dish off to Coleman, who is fouled. Brenner gonna get 2 free throws, I think. Shane Rogers picks up his first personal. Third Pinedale team foul with 1:04 to go. Brenner Coleman to the stripe. First for Brenner, in and out, no good. Lander, sophomore, coming into this game and only shot 12 free throws. These might be the noisiest he's faced. Second one, too strong, no good. Good block out down low by Costello. He's got the basketball and a 7-point lead. We've got a minute remaining, third quarter. Fildy holds at the top, put it on the floor one time, send it right side, outside to Gosar. Gosar backing in. Now Bennett. Playing catch around the perimeter. Bridger pivots around the baseline to Costello. Costello lost the handle, but Lander commits a foul. I think that's Gwynna with a hand check. Gwynna's second. Free throws for Costello. And gets the first one in the bucket. And both are true for Elvis. McFadden. I hope it sticks. I hope people call him Elvis, and then he goes, who's Elvis Costello? Braxton with those 2 free throws. Here's Gwynna down the Lander lane. That's no good, and it's out of bounds off of Gosar. 9.7 to go, third quarter. Tigers trailing by 9. McFadden under and to the right of the Tiger hoop. Taking a long look. Got real close, and there's the 5 count just as he got it in. So we trade who has the ball. Pinedale with the length of the floor to go. Lander full court, man-to-man. Fildy with 5 seconds. Top of the key, he'll let a long 3 go. Partially blocked out of there, and there's the horn. Let it go a little too early maybe, but Lander trailing by 9 as we go to the fourth quarter. It's Pinedale 42, Lander 33. Come on back for the fourth quarter in a minute on KOVE 1330 AM and county10.com.
Everyone has a ritual, that small thing to keep us focused.
A habit we never skip, to clear our minds and elevate our performance.
But what do you do to keep your head in the game? To drown out the self-doubt and support your mental health. Because being your best isn't just about taking care of your body.
It's about taking care of your mental health. Discover the resources that you need to keep your mind focused and your mental health a priority.
I'm Winslow Friday, Director of the Wind River Intertribal Council Department of Transportation. It makes me and my crew happy when you buckle up. It just might save your life.
I'm gonna get us home. Buckle up for life, Wyoming!
Fourth quarter set to begin from Wrangler Gym. Lander has trailed most of the way. They were down 14-7 at the end of one, 29-19 at halftime. And here we are at 42-33. Pinedale in front, trying to upset the third-rated team in 3A boys basketball. Herford has it at the top for Lander. Drives to the lane, now picks up the dribble. Floats around and gives it back to the basket to McFadden. Right back to Darien. Darien scoops up a tough one. Can't get it to drop. Hollingshead is there for the follow too, though. Gosar tripped and fouled. Herford picks up the personal. And Darian Herford picks up 4 personal fouls. So Darian will come off with that 4th personal foul. A lot of contact underneath and a charge, offensive foul. Taking the charge was Pax Hollingshead. Gosar with the player control. That is his 3rd. 1 foul apiece on either team. 7:07 to go, fourth quarter. A 7-point Wrangler lead on the Fremont Chevy scoreboard. McFadden holds at the top, give it to Andrews. Andrews right all over him defensively. Lander weaving at the top of the key again. Here comes Andrews, tried to dish off to St. Clair, but it's stolen. Fildy, the distance, left-hand layup, got it. Lead back to 9 for Pinedale. Coach Mullins takes a Lander timeout. 6:39 to go, quarter 4. It is 44-35. Wranglers, Lander basketball out of a quick 30-second timeout. Got border war coverage coming up tomorrow for you. Wyoming, Colorado State, 7:30 tip-off from Laramie. You can listen to that right here on KOVE 1330 AM. And we got Cowgirl basketball for you, too. The Cowgirls take on the Grand Canyon Antelopes, Mountain West's newest basketball team. That is a 1 o'clock tip-off. So Cowboys and Cowgirls tomorrow. Radio coverage on KOVE with Keith Kelly and David Settle, respectively. No NFL to talk about this weekend, I guess, short of Pro Bowl festivities, which, again, no NFL to talk about. There's McFadden out of the timeout to the rim. Can't get it to go, but he draws the foul. Finn will shoot 2. KOVE will have Super Bowl 60 coverage. You got to step out of the house, away from your party. Whatever you got to do, run out for more chips and dip. Listen to it on 1330 AM. Randy, let me know if you continue to have problems. Looks good on my end, but that's not always telling. Second one on the way, banked in. 8-point disadvantage for the Tigers. 90 seconds have gone by. Fildy in backcourt, harassed by Gavin Romer. Send it to Costello to break the 10-second count. Pinedale looks over at Coach Gosar. Elizabeth gives him a signal and tells him to run some motion, it looks like, from here. Obviously, time's on their side. Now right past the defender, Fildy with the lay it up and in, scooped it up and in. And it is 46-36. A 10-point Wrangler advantage. Tigers have to find some defensive stops. I know that's Captain Obvious here, but gotta find a way to eliminate those clutch buckets. Romer almost lost it. Now everybody diving on the floor for it. Romer's got it. Lander wants a timeout, and they will be granted one. So they'll save the possession with 5:35 remaining. Thank you, Randy. Appreciate that. Sorry if we were out of focus for a minute. I believe, I don't want to speak for him, but I believe it'll be a combination between myself and Scott Fuller next week. I think that I'll probably be on the docket to go to Worland next Friday, and then Scott will make his triumphant return Saturday when Lander goes to Lovell. Much to this audience's delight, I'm sure. Talk with Coach Mullins after this one in the Bailey Tire Pros postgame show. And as of right now, it doesn't feel like Lander's necessarily played bad. They've had some shots that don't go down. They haven't found timely stops. But it doesn't feel like they're playing bad. It just feels like Pinedale is the scrappier, more aggressive team so far. And like I said, it's been a roller coaster, little bit of a season, ups and downs for the Wranglers, but they do have some really good wins. And one thing I know about basketball home courts, that is a serious advantage, even more so than a lot of the other sports, I think. Hollingshead, 3, no good, front of the rim. Tracked down by Fildy. Fildy stop left side behind the arc. We've played almost 3 minutes of fourth quarter basketball. Lander down by 10. Can they start chipping away here in the final 5 minutes? First starts with some defensive stops, you would think. Bennett. Now, Ryder Allen back in after the timeout. Underneath, open for a second, was Jensen Wright. He tried to push it up and couldn't get it to drop. So Lander gets the stop. Trying to make it single digits this trip down. Here's St. Clair weaving at the top. Now Andrews. Hollingshead spinning past two defenders. Can't get it to go in off the glass. Lander just doing all the right things in the half-court set. Timeout in backcourt. Fildy almost traveled with it. They have executed their offense very well. They've created some nice shots. They're just not falling tonight for the Tiger offense. 4:18 remaining in the game. 46-36 on the Fremont Chevrolet scoreboard. Thanks to Fremont Chevy GMC, by the way, and Riverton. They've been our scoreboard sponsor again all season. They were with us last year, and believe me when I tell you, we wouldn't be able to do this without the great support of all of the sponsors you hear through the broadcast, and without you. Like, we are not here to do these games for you if you're not watching, so a huge thank you. Get you some more sports coverage on KOVE through the night after this one with Westwood One and the Infinity Sports Network. Lander will set up a 2-2-1 full court press. See if they can get a steal here. Fildy backs it off near midcourt. Still haven't broken it. Now they will. Costello gets the basketball. Costello right past everybody to the rim. Lay it up and in. Lander selling out in backcourts, and Costello had an easy path to the hoop. Here's McFadden, contacts, a blocking foul. Finn's going to shoot two. Jensen Wright's first personal. It's the third Pinedale foul. Lander's committed just one. Keep an eye on that as time continues to elapse. First free throw from McFadden is good. Finn's had a nice game tonight. Again, not a lot of shots falling Lander's direction, but doesn't feel like a poor performance either, despite being down 10, which I know is a little contradictory in a game you're probably favored to win. Gosar crosses midcourt, out of bounds off of a Lander player. Gosar was in trouble there along the sideline, it looked like, and threw it off of a Lander defender. Of course, I can't see most of that side of the court, so take that for what it's worth. Gosar at the top. Matthew on the floor two times. Now Costello weaves at the top. Coach Gosar over there is telling her players to space out. And she didn't mean like that. They throw it away. Jensen Wright, the intended target, but it wasn't close to Jensen. Ball out of bounds to Lander. Like I said, you start with single digits, and your chance here on this trip. You ought to find some stops late, but there's still plenty of time. 3.5 minutes to go. St. Clair at the top. Entry pass to the paint. Hollingshead being held down there. Foul number 4 on Pinedale. This will be ball out of bounds under Lander's bucket. Finn gets it into Hollingshead. Wide open three. Short. No good. Finn the rebound though. McFadden in the paint. Gets it to drop. So there's single digits. Lander down by 8. Now you got to work on trying to get some takeaways if you're Stu Mullen's squad. Gosar would probably be the guy to stop. He falls down, loses the basketball, out of bounds to Lander. Clock at 2:56. Bridger Bennett checks back in. Shane Rogers will get a break. St. Clair from the elbow on the dribble. 360 off glass, good. A 6-point game. Fildy runs right side to the corner. Now Bennett on the floor one time, looking for some help. Fildy goes back door, then cuts through the lane. He's held. Second Lander team foul. Ball out of bounds to Pinedale. St. Clair's second. Gosar squares to the basket at the top. Now right side Fildy. Fildy. Baseline. Tight roping there. Almost taken away by McFadden, but it's collected by Costello. Saved by Pinedale. Lander fans on the edge of their seat that time as they almost got a takeaway, and now Elizabeth Gosar says, give me a timeout. 2:08 to play fourth quarter. Wranglers lead the Tigers 48-42. I probably said this last year when I saw this Pinedale girls team, but I'm going to re-emphasize it here quick. I think it is the coolest thing to see female head coaches in boys sports. There, rightfully so, are a ton of female girls head coaches. But as you look around the state, all of a sudden, Green River has had Lori Ivy for a long time. Kelly Walsh has Kayla Gilliam for the girls program. She helped out the Kelly Walsh guys earlier this season, is what I'm thinking of there. But Lori Ivy, the female head coach at Green River High School. And more you're starting to see some assistants, and I think it's cool. I'm glad that Wyoming's catching up with females on boys coaching staffs, and Elizabeth Gosar in charge of this Pinedale program. Her third year took them to the state tournament in year one. Didn't qualify last year, so she's hoping to get them back to Casper this year. Pinedale basketball out of the timeout. They lead 48-42 on the Fremont Chevy scoreboard. We're at 2 minutes right now. Costello picks up his dribble, smothered by Hollingshead defensively. Now Gosar holds the basketball. Gosar goes down the lane, and he's fouled. No, tie-up. It's a tie-up. The arrow is Pinedale's. I was going to say, did not look like a lot of contact. Just held ball, and the official was all over it. So Lander forces the arrow to switch at least, but it remains Pinedale basketball. Gosar up top, circles around, down the free throw line, off glass, got it, and one. Wow, Matthew Gosar, and he's just a junior. Toes the line, lets it go too hard, no good. Long rebound to Hollingshead. Hollingshead through the line, soft touch, got it to go just inside of the free throw line, and Coach Mullins asking for the 30. You should have one timeout remaining. Coach Gosar on the other side's got one. Nope, she's got two. So down the stretch we come here from Wrangler Gym. Pinedale leading virtually the entire way through. We're up by 7 at the end of the first quarter. See if Lander has one big run in them here at the end of the game. They're trailing by 6. Very manageable, but time's starting to slip away. Fun Friday night of basketball regardless of what happens Got to see two pretty good competitive games. We'll talk with Coach Mullins, get his thoughts on this one afterward. We'll pick our Health Source Chiropractic player of the game, too. It'll be Andrews, McFadden, Hollingshead, Romer, and St. Clair out there for Lander with 1:32 to go. Length of the floor to go for Pinedale. Lander sets up a 1-2-2 half-court press. They try to trap. Gosar goes right to the basket, up and in. Man, he is tough. McFadden hands off to Romer. Romer circles around through the paint. Now Hollingshead. Hollingshead with another soft touch bucket in deep. Lander needs a stop. 65 seconds to go. Fildy holds at the top of the key. Lander still with a foul to give here if they want to. We're inside of a minute remaining, and Fildy's going to be grabbed and fouled. Finn McFadden gives the one foul that Lander needed, and now they can make him shoot. Just 53 seconds to go in a 6-point ball game. Fildy descended in his front court. St. Clair gets tangled up with Gosar before they can get it in, and Matthews going to shoot. Well, time-wise, it works out okay for Lander to give up the foul there, but it's Gosar at the line. First one around the rim and stays out. He can still make it a 3-possession game with this one. Second one is good. McFadden quickly into the Lander front court, right down the avenue, lay it up and in. Pinedale giving Lander some space to cruise right down the lane and pick up two. Foul in backcourt. And this will send Fildy to the stripe. 43 seconds now. A 5-point Pinedale lead. Fildy's first is good. He's also been very good. Trace, a senior leader for this team, runs the point position really well, and he calmly hits both free throws. McFadden, jump stop through the lane. He's got two more. Just trading buckets there, though. 35 seconds. Clock continues to run. Gosar in backcourt, dancing around, and he's finally grabbed and fouled with 29 seconds to go. So on that first sequence, Lander made up a point because Gosar missed one of two. Fildy had both of his free throws go in, and McFadden's hit the two buckets. So 2 times up and down. Lander has only gained a point, and the first one from Gosar is good. 6-point game, 29 seconds remaining. And the second one stays off the rim. Lander a chance here, 2-possession game. Here's McFadden right down the lane, spinning around, contested two. That's not going to drop in there. Hollingshead's got the rebound. Put back is good, and Coach Mullins will burn a timeout. There's only 16 seconds to go, and the lead for Pinedale is 4. 56-52. This is a full timeout. Plenty of time for Coach Mullins to talk about not only what he wants right here defensively, but maybe on the next possession offensively. You're just, unfortunately, down to maybe 2 touches with the basketball. force them to shoot free throws and hope for a quick bucket after a couple of misses, I guess, and then maybe a takeaway. And Lander is fully, the whole roster, everybody on the floor has guys that can shoot. Problem is, at least tonight, it is the same thing on Pinedale's side, especially with Fildy and Gosar. We'll see how the last 16 seconds of this one go. Lander back out on the floor. Same five: St. Clair, Andrews, McFadden, Romer, and Hollingshead. Pinedale basketball, length of the floor. Lander's going to set up their pressure. 4-point game. Costello will be the inbounder. Nobody will guard him. Long heave down the court. They've got Bridger Bennett wide open. Now Gosar holds on. They waste 4 seconds and they get the guy to the line they want. Gosar hucked it up well after he was fouled and drained it from deep, and the crowd went nuts. But even for the NBA, that would have been too much continuation. First for Gosar is good. Trying to put the Wranglers up by 6. Pinedale looking for their 8th win of the season. He hits them both. 58-52. Lander needs a quick 3. Gwynna, top of the key, handed off to Herford. Herford for 3. Good. 6 seconds to go. Lander cannot stop the clock. 2 seconds. Costello is fouled. There should be less than a second, I think. Pinedale acting like they've won. Time has expired. There should be at least a little bit of time on the clock. Costello will have 2 free throws to try to ice this game away. When I looked up, it looked like we were inside of a second, just barely, but it wasn't at 0 when the whistle occurred. Braxton Costello will go to the line and await free throws. And of course, this is extra taxing on Braxton Costello, who has to stand there and think about these free throws. Now, all he's got to do is hit one, ice this away, and even if he misses both, Lander has got to heave it. They're going to put 2 seconds on the clock. Well, all of a sudden, that's enough time to catch and shoot. You need a miraculous catch and shoot, and first you need Costello to miss a couple of free throws. And the longer this draws out, you think about Braxton Costello, who just is standing there waiting at the free throw line. You got St. Clair and Hollingshead on the low blocks, and then 3 Tigers at midcourt. Everybody for Pinedale except Costello back, and Costello's going to hit the first free throw, and that pretty much ices it. Coach Gosar saying, do not foul. Costello's second one bounces around, stays out. Hollingshead tries to draw the foul at half court. He had a great strategy, tried to shoulder check a guy and hucked it up there, almost made the half court shot, but not gonna count for any points there on the heave. Last gasp effort comes up short, and Pinedale holds off Lander 59-55. That was a hard-fought hard-fought basketball game on both sides, and Lander coming up just a little bit short. Pinedale picks up their 8th win of the season. Lander will drop to 10-4. Coach Mullins will join us here in just a bit. We'll pick our Health Source Chiropractic Player of the Game. That's a tough choice, per usual. There's a few Lander contributors that did really well tonight. That's on the way next. Your home for the Tigers is KOVE, 1330 AM, KOVE, and streaming video coverage tonight on County 10's YouTube channel.
Welcome to Bailey Tire Pros, your local tire and auto repair specialists in Riverton and Lander. Say no to endless online tire listings and experience the convenience of local service. With unbeatable prices and top quality tires, we're here to change the game. Quality service and expert staff ensure you always get the right fit for your car. Choose local. Choose Bailey Tire Pros, where your satisfaction hits the road.
For the modern outdoorsman, there's Maven Outdoor Company. Maven crafts award-winning precision optics, binoculars, rifle scopes, and spotting scopes that deliver world-class performance, direct to you with no middleman markup. Born from mountain town roots, built with the best materials and clean design, Maven brings clarity to every outdoor moment. Discover uncompromised quality and value. Go find your view at mavenbuilt.com.
Welcome to Haskell Furniture and Flooring in Riverton. Discover a huge variety of top brands like Ashley, Tempur-Pedic, Serta, Lazy Boy, and more. Our showroom is filled with stylish and comfortable furniture for every room. Come visit us at 2210 North Federal and transform your home today. Explore the exceptional quality and unbeatable prices we offer. Visit HaskellFurnitureandFlooring.com to learn more. Haskell Furniture and Flooring. Best prices, better service.
Back here on KOVE and County10.com, Lander boys coming up just a little bit short this evening, 59-55. Pinedale victorious. Lander falls to 10-4 overall, and I think stunned is not even close to the right word, but I think there is a little bit of shock that you come in here and you feel pretty good about yourself if you're a Lander fan. Number 3rd ranked team in Class 3A basketball, and got pretty well dominated in all 4 quarters this evening. So I'm looking around here for Coach Mullins to see if he's coming up here on the Bailey Tire Pros postgame show. Thanks to Bailey's making our postgame coverage possible. They are your local tire experts. They've got the convenient pit stop location right across from Lander Valley High School. They've got 3 more over in Riverton. Stop in and see them at Bailey Tire Pros and the pit stop, and they've got that delicious Speedway Cafe in Riverton as well. Bailey's makes our post-game coverage possible, and they make Tiger basketball on County 10 possible. Lander trailed at the end of the first quarter 14-7, was 29-19 at halftime. 42-33 at the end of the third quarter, and they scrapped their way to make it interesting in the fourth quarter, but just not enough. Lander loses by 4, 59-55. Lander ladies victorious by 10 points earlier today. Say congratulations to Hayden Goggles, our Health Source Chiropractic player of the game, and that's our next order of business, is to select that player for the boys game. Health Source Chiropractic and Dr. Jonathan Fabian, Fremont County's only sports certified chiropractor. And for student athletes, he's got a $10 new patient special. If you need an evaluation, it's $10. They will do a head-to-toe assessment. They'll put you through everything and give you the full rundown of maybe your problem areas, wherever you're dealing with pain or discomfort. And Dr. Fabian and I have talked on the County 10 podcast. Sometimes you're dealing with back pain and you don't realize it's because of the way you're walking or how you're holding your head. They will help you solve that at Health Source Chiropractic. Visit healthsourcechiro.com and stop in and see them on North 8th West in Riverton. There are so many contenders for this, and players that I thought played very well. I thought Finn McFadden played a great, solid basketball game from start to finish. I thought Pax Hollingshead, especially late there, he had some key buckets. But because I'm the guy with the microphone, my Health Source Chiropractic player of the game is Quincy Gwinna. Off the bench, Quincy had a flurry of points right away. That sixth-man role came off the bench, gave his team a spark. He hustled all over the court defensively, had some key buckets, and played really, really well. So congratulations to Quincy Gwinna, your Health Source Chiropractic player of the game. See if we can get Coach Mullins rounded up here, and then we'll sign off from Pinedale High School. We'll give him a couple more minutes to get out of the locker room and see if he is going to join us before taking the bus over South Pass or not. Pinedale knocking off Lander 59-55. More Tiger basketball next weekend. We're back in a week, off to Worland with Lander, and then a trip to Lovell on Saturday awaits the Tiger girls and boys. We'll take one more time out and see if we can get Coach Mullins up here on KOVE 1330 AM, and you've also been watching on the County 10 YouTube channel.
At Win.
Baldwin Creek Rental Service in Lander is a proud supporter of sports and athletics here in Fremont County. Baldwin Creek Rental Center understands how expensive specific equipment can be, especially if it's for a one-time use or event. That's why they offer tools and equipment rentals. For many years, Baldwin Creek has provided services to clients in Lander and the surrounding areas. From lawn and garden projects to graduation parties, they have the right equipment for you. Baldwin Creek Rental Center, located at 675 Baldwin Creek Road in Lander.
Hey, Fremont County, listen up! This is your game changer, Health Source of Riverton with Dr. Jonathan Fabian, the only certified chiropractic sports physician in the area. For a limited time, student athletes get a $10 new patient special. That includes a full initial evaluation, needed x-rays, and a doctor-prescribed pain relief session. Just mention this ad when you call. Stay in the game with expert care from Health Source of Riverton. Call 463-2770 and tell them you heard about the $10 student athlete special.
Choice is yours. Sutherland's Friends of the Family Plus Consumer Credit Card lets you choose from 5% off instantly at the register or special financing on qualifying purchases. That means no forms, no waiting, no rebates. You can choose 5% off instantly with your Sutherland's credit card. Got a big project? Choose special financing. The choice is yours with Sutherland's Friends of the Family Plus Consumer Credit Card. Subject to credit approval. Minimum monthly payment required. See store for details. Only at Sutherland's.
Who is ReMax All-Star Realtors? We're a professional real estate agency where your success is our priority. Whether you're looking to buy, sell, or invest, we're here to guide you every step of the way. With unmatched professionalism and a track record of delivering results, we're your trusted partners in real estate. Your success is our top priority. Find your perfect property with ReMax All-Star Realtors. Contact us at 307-856-7827 or visit ReMaxRiverton.com.
All in a tough one to Pinedale, 59-55. Head coach of the Tigers, Stu Mullins, joining us now. Coach, started a little bit slow, tried to fight your way back into it there. I thought really impressively in the fourth quarter, honestly, but slow start. Your thoughts overall on this one?
Yeah, tough one, obviously, and credit to Pinedale for showing up like they always do, and especially in this gym. We didn't come out with our front foot forward, and we missed a lot of shots early on that, around the basket but contested, and we talked all week that, there's no reason that we should shoot uncontested shots against this team, and it just happened that way, and it's just kind of a weird feel throughout the game. We just, we'd make a run and foul and put them back on the free throw line, and we just couldn't get that one run that we needed to kind of get us back and put us over the top.
They've got great contributors all over the place. Their point guard's great, but the Gosar kid shoots the ball so well. How tough is it when you know there's that one kid that averages 22. You know he's going to be a force. You're trying to contain him, but he's tough to stop.
Well, and you got to have, I mean, he's scored against everybody. I mean, and he's so efficient. I mean, to shoot 49% from 3, 61% from 2, and 80% from free throw line and score 23 a game, that's elite. And so, yeah, it was weird coming into this game. We have athletes and things like that, but we don't have a perfect matchup for that kid. And, he's crafty enough. He knows how to use space, and he doesn't need a ton of space. And if you're not ready and there at all times, he's going to hit it or put you in conflict at the rim. And, credit Quincy taking 3 charges in the first. I mean, that was part of the game plan, and we kind of got him into foul trouble. We just couldn't capitalize when he did go out.
I picked Quincy as my player of the game. I thought he was tough on both ends, and he had a bunch of guys that could have been that player of the game, but Quincy was so impressive. I know you've been at this a while. You've seen gyms like this, but the atmosphere in here was good tonight. How tough is it to go into a road environment in conference play? It's loud. The students are going crazy. Does that affect things?
I think as the game goes on and you continue to get frustrated, those things start to seep in. But, it's frustrating because I thought we had the best week of practice that we've had all season. I thought our Tuesday practice was the best we've had all season. And, and I said before this game, this win or lose, right? I feel like we're on a good path. Obviously, it sucks to lose, but, we haven't played great since Mountain View, and, we've got to find some different gears and push some different buttons to, try to get us to where we were playing at the beginning of the year. But, we're 0 for 15 from 3 until Noah, hits the 3 late. That's tough when that's a big part of our identity. We were one of the best shooting teams in the state, really, up until a couple weeks ago. And we've gotten super cold from there. And, Pax, struggling from there. And Quincy's a good shooter. And so we've got to find some rhythm there. I think that will even itself back out a little bit. But, if we're struggling to, get uncontested shots, we've got to find ways to get those. And then the defense can't stop. You can't give up 60 points to a team like this and that has 2 players, basically. And so a lot to learn from. That was the message in the locker room was, we can either, let this one hurt a little bit and learn from it, but there's no flushing. We've talked about early on, we're on a journey here, and I think we can play with the best, but we also have a ceiling that, we've got to fight to avoid. And it's not an easy puzzle, but it's the puzzle we've got right now.
The good news is you're right back at it next week. You get a couple more road games, so I'll let you get back over South Pass and get out of here. But, Coach, I appreciate it as always coming up, and
awesome.
Best of luck next week.
Great, thank you.
Stu Mullins joining us here on the Bailey Tire Pros post-game show. Lander falling to Pinedale 59-55. Girls were victorious, winning by 10 points earlier this evening. Congratulations again to Quincy Gwynna and to Hayden Goggles, our Health Source Chiropractic players of the game. And it's fun to pick individuals like that, but again, in that girls game, it could have been just about anybody. In the boys game, there were 3 or 4 different deserving candidates. So, that's not a slight to anybody if you're listening going, well, why didn't you give it to so-and-so? Just fun to pick different kids every week, and we appreciate Health Source Chiropractic for the opportunity to do that. Thanks to Coach Mullins and Coach Powell, both for joining us. Thanks to Scott Fuller for letting me fill in for Lander basketball again. We'll be back on the road next weekend. Friday, we're off to Worland, I think. I think that's going to be me. You have to deal with that again. And then Scott will be on the road with Lander basketball on Saturday. I know that for sure. So, for Scott Fuller and the County10.com crew, I'm Jerrad Anderson. Have yourself a great rest of the night. The Infinity Sports Network takes over KLVE programming here in just about 4 or 5 minutes. So stick around for more sports coverage. And for those of you on the County 10 YouTube stream, we will say farewell.